Love that music. Love it.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm joined here by OC and Dis. Hey Dis, you're looking good.
Thank you. So are you?
Looking
And OC.
fantastic.
This is looking
OC.
extremely cleaned up and sharp.
Yep,
Thank
OC
you.
is looking really good. He even got a microphone for today's episode. What? Breaking
I know.
news.
Very
Could you
breaking
got
news.
him? Could you got him any bigger of a microphone? No.
It's it's being exaggerated by the
No.
location.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Which
cool,
is a
cool.
crappy camera.
Hey guys, if you're just joining this episode, don't forget to hit the upvote button. I would really appreciate it. And if you can become a member to help me stay on YouTube and continue to stay as much as independent as I humanly can, I'm gonna drop the link and you can become a member today using the link that's in the chat. I could really appreciate it. We're gonna have Asheen of the Timeless Watch channel join us in a couple of minutes. It's gonna be actually he's here already. Hey. All right. Hey Asheen.
Guys,
How's it going?
well, how are you guys?
Hey, doing great. Love your new setup. It looks like you fixed the angle even more.
And I changed it to a bar because there's a
Yes.
lot of
Looks like you're in a real bar.
yeah, like because there's so many detractors who are like, he's such a drunk. He has an alcohol problem. I'm like, I don't have a problem. It goes down real easy. So I just figured I'd piss them all off and be surrounded by
Because of the angle of that
fine
photo, it looks like you're
whiskeys.
actually sitting at the end of the bar.
Yeah.
Look at it. All the fine whiskeys all the way down. Just to
That's
irritate
good.
them extra.
That's
Hey,
genius.
hey, Dis, good to see you, man.
You too, man. Where's Skyrim on the background?
Yeah, I know it was Skyrim, but now it's
not a gaming channel. It's not a high. You know what? I like the Skyrim because it like all that nature. It's kind of cool for me because I want to do some hikes and videos in nature. So it kind of made me feel good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. The only thing you have to be worried about is that just a static image? Because
I know it could burn in after a while. It's an OLED screen though, so I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna burn in.
I think it might. You know what? You could probably get one of those little like videos in the bar or something like that.
I was looking for one, man. I even tried Skyrim bars.
The Skyrim bars.
The taverns.
Nice. Well, hey,
I'll change it in
cool.
a minute because I'll start. You made me paranoid now about ruining my TV.
Look, I think you don't have nothing to worry about. It's only after a very long time that it becomes a problem. Okay, very long time. I'm talking about like hours and thousands of hours. So,
all right.
I think you're still cool. Ooh,
Hey OC, how are you, man?
Doing good, OC. Red Shovel up £1.79. Hey Oshin, who has the explaining to do now? I think Oshin, you have a lot of explaining to do, and I'm going to kick it off by asking.
Okay.
How dare you come on the show wearing a white shirt and not your trademark
and not my trademark black?
Please explain yourself.
I'm in Bee Gees mode today, guys. How deep is your love? Hey. There's my Barry Gibb.
There, Red Shovel, he's explained it. Are you satisfied?
By the way, Rolly Mania.
Jesus, don't bring him on.
right.
I felt bad for Paul yesterday that he got that grilling from that dude because it was so off the point.
Oh,
it's on for like half an hour. I was like, "What's going on?"
So look. I don't want to. I got a whole host of complaints. So I better see the super chats from people who complain that I bring Cam on.
Super chat.
I'm gonna keep him away for tonight. I'm gonna give the guy a break. He needs to cool down. Okay, I believe the guy needs to cool down. I'm talking about you, Renee. Please resubscribe, become a member again. But before we start, I think I wanted to set up kind of the theme of today's show, and it actually has a lot to do, believe it or not, with Red Shovel.
Oh.
Okay, and so it's all started when I went to Vegas. Okay, Vegas was a turning point, I think, for the entire community. Red had this eerie, uh, eerie, like prediction that nothing will be the same after Vegas, because there's so much that happened prior to the trip, that he believed that this is going to separate kind of the community into two groups. Okay, and
Wow.
it's yeah.
God, is he a fortune teller, Red? What the fuck?
He's a bit of a. I mean, you know what? He after he had half a bottle of Smirnoff, he started. He was in a bit of a delirium, yeah, and he predicted the future.
He
predicted
entered into the other world.
the other world, the spirit. This is why alcohol is called the spirits, because
it brings out the spirits.
it brings out the spirits. It gives you access to the other realm. And he pointed out that he believes that nothing is going to be the same. And since then, the rift between the enthusiasts in the community and kind of a gray market and people who are in YouTube as their form of advertisement has only separated further away, especially with what happened between you and Nico. Now and then a couple of days ago when you made the stream, basically in a way, maybe your friendship with Paul Thorpe has come to a irreconcilable disagreement.
Who knows? Maybe not. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But as it stands right now, there seems to be a lot of differences, and we wanna talk about where the disagreements are, and what are these disagreements, why these disagreements came to fruition, and maybe it could all be fixed in some near future, but it will most definitely will take a lot of healing, a lot of understanding. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Maybe OC has OC. I know OC prepared some questions, and we can start with the first one. Oh, we got a super chat from Dirk Diddler, $2. Paul, whose liver will fare first, Oisin or Tim?
Mine.
It's
I don't even
definitely
have
Oisin.
mine anymore. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm just starting out, by the way. I'm drinking. I don't know if you know this is some cheap wine.
Oh.
Rocher.
Absinthe.
Was it? It says it's number one in the world
Oh.
from Italy. I don't know.
Oh dear God! And you believe that? Is it even 13% alcohol? Where did you get it?
Is
In a
it?
deli?
Holy shit! Well, it was online. It was worse. It's in those big boxes where you get six bottles of wine for $30. So
Right. I know those services. Yeah.
It's actually not too bad. Very light.
Cool.
Holy Panda. Oh man, but 13%. You're right. This is gonna murder me.
No,
Holy
13% is good. That means this is a real wine, because you can
Oh.
get those cheap bottles in the delis in New York when you're super desperate. It's 3 a.m. It's never a good idea, but they have these little rack with wines. They don't even qualify as wines. They're usually 6% alcohol.
Oh,
Because they don't have the license to sell something any more than 8%. That's why they have cans of beer, lemonade with vodka in them and stuff, but a very small amount of vodka. And then those wines. I thought it was one of those things.
Oh,
but it's not. You have a real wine in your hand.
It's a real
That's
wine,
fine.
yeah.
Okay, fine. That'll work.
Yeah.
So we're not doing a poll on that, on who will lose their liver first. We're not going to do an official poll.
Yeah. There was a joke, Paul. It was a joke, Paul. Holy Panda, 2 pound. Hi guys, good panel tonight. Yep, I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it short. Maybe I'll add Red Shovel, because he might have some insight
Okay.
onto why you had such problem with Nico, because he has experienced very similar level of abuse from Nico when
Right. He's
when
not.
when
He's not the first, and he's not the last.
yes.
I've talked to many who've booted the guy out of forums. Won't have anything to do because of the level of abuse he gives. It's like a kid whose ice cream drops on the ground and then he stamps his feet and starts screaming and crying, and his parents are like, okay, we'll get you another ice cream. And then some parents are like, stop it, quit it. You dropped your ice cream. Now live with it.
And I think this is why it's so disappointing that Paul kind of defended a lot of what a lot of what Nico has been doing. It's actually
there's very little disagreement about the actual facts about
Right.
everything that's transpired over the past several months. The facts are the facts, and your side matches up with, I think, Nico's side and the other parties that are involved. Where the biggest disagreement comes is the expectations on the behavior and the reactions to the things that have happened. Right? When you were doxxed, you felt one way, and the other people felt another way. When people expected payment for certain things or delivery of watches at certain times, one group of people, the enthusiasts, felt one way about how things should go, and the dealer side felt that things should go a different ways. It's really just, to your entropy video, it's a lot about how the different philosophies have manifested themselves in the expectations of the other party. What are your thoughts on that?
Mine?
Yeah.
Definitely. I think it's a big hullabaloo over nothing. Honestly, I think it was totally avoidable, and I think that the reactions, certainly Nico's reaction, would have been better matched to it. Let's say he sent me 42 grand and I just disappeared and wouldn't answer my calls, and moved off to another country and disappeared with his 42 grand. Then I think I would expect that sort of madness. Not with the details involved and you're paying it off and so on. So it's just weird. It's just bizarre, childish behavior. And yes, it's disappointing that bigger men, better men, more experienced men weren't able to slap that little kid over his head and say, shut up, you dropped your ice cream, live with it. You'll be fine. We'll get you another one down the street. It's amazing to me. I think Paul mentioned many times last night, and I wanted him to have his say. He deserves it. He's earned it, and he certainly had it last night. But I think he mentions how ridiculous the whole thing, how it all transpired was bloody crazy, and it could have been just resolved pretty quickly. Now his idea of resolved is pay. My idea of resolved is everyone calm the fuck down first. I was just thinking earlier, it just came to mind actually that I was gonna send him his money about only a few weeks ago. I was, because when he did the whole doxing and so on, I was like, oh, I'm not giving this fucking piece of shit any money. Are you kidding me? Fuck that. And then I woke up one morning and he had been on Archie. Nico had been on Archie, and I didn't know. And I woke up in the morning, and one of the Dutch traders, big trader, who contacted me and told me all about Nico and everything he did, the hairs were standing over the back of my neck and so on. He had been watching it, and he sent me a video clip of Nico of Bear cornering him and saying, Nico, you ripped him off, man. You ripped him off. And Nico going, yeah, I did. And he slaps the table like, I'm just going to admit it now. And I thought, wow, he just admitted it. Thank you, Bear. And I posted it on my channel. I was like, I can't believe it. I feel like I just took a huge dump or something. Like he finally just admitted that he was playing some sleazy fucking gray market games on a dude who's not a gray market dealer. And he was expecting to get away with it. And he didn't, because I'm a little bit more street smart than he was expecting me to be, or whatever reason. Throw in whatever reason you want. And I said, you know what? I feel good. I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee, take a shower. I'm going to send him his money now. And then I put the thing on YouTube, and then all the swarms came in and go, no, he wasn't talking about you. It was someone else he ripped off. He was talking about some other person. It's taken out of context. And I was like, oh, who else? And there was some name, Jamie or something. And I was like, oh, he ripped him off too. Okay. All right. Back to square one. I'm rambling. Sorry. Go ahead.
No. By the way, I think at some point yesterday, Paul Thorpe said that during the trades, he was actually considering you as a gray market dealer.
I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? I think Paul sees anyone doing any transaction and goes, gray market dealer. It's like it's coming out of his ears that everybody wants to be a gray market dealer. I did mention on my thing the other night on my stream how he at one point had an idea for a gray market dealer apprentice, like the Celebrity Apprentice with Donald Trump. Remember that show? Yeah. And he had an idea of doing the Apprentice where other Austin Daniels even took part, and he's great. I love that guy.
What?
Like it was a little thing. It didn't work out so well for Paul, and that's okay. He was trying, but he asked me to be part of it, and I asked him, like, hold on, what's the premise? People have to compete to be a watch dealer. I'm like,
how's that? How would that even work?
I don't know if that's a thing people aspire. Maybe if you aspire to be a watch dealer, God bless you, go ahead. But I don't.
Yeah, a lot of people analyzing the situation are also applying these watch dealer rules to the situation, and they keep saying things like, "Well, listen, it's black and white. Business is business, money is money. Oshin owes 11,000, pay back the 11,000, right?" And they keep harping on this. He owes the money, pay it back. He owes the money, pay it back. Right. With complete disregard for the context. And you brought up the context several times. Someone who you think is doxing you, someone who you think is setting, putting goons out on the street to harass you, people who, circumstances where you've had to move, circumstances where you feel like you're being bullied and threatened, and you've made some extreme analogies. What if the guy comes and burns down your house? Do you still say, listen, well, I still owe him 11,000, pay him back? Or if the guy attacks you in the street, you still owe him the money? Should you pay him? And I know these are extreme examples, but I think it highlights the different philosophies that have.
The police didn't have any problem understanding that nuance, by the way. They were like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you still owe money, like if he's engaged in a crime, you can pay him back at some other point. That's between you and him. Do you have a contract with him is what they wanted to know, and that would be a civil matter. I don't actually, as it happens. As OC mentioned, guys, a while back, he made a very good point. Thank you, OC. Is that I just got this random payment from a bizarre person who I hadn't spoken to at all. It was completely out of the blue. Technically, on paper, that's what happened, because of course I thought I was dealing with a totally different person the whole time.
Yeah, right.
But like you can't call me a dealer. I'm not a dealer. You know what happens? I sell a watch every now and then, don't we all? We get bored of one. I've got far too many watches, and you get bored of one. You're like, oh, I think I'll buy another one, and you want to sell. You don't want to keep buying and leave 300 watches in the house. You sell one. Now I'm in a good position because I have a channel. I can stick it on Instagram and people go, oh, it's your man. I like him and I like that watch. I'm into that watch. How much does he want for it? So I might sell it easier than your average Joe Schmo on the street. It might be easier for me, but it doesn't make me a watch dealer. Here's an example of how I'm not a watch. If I am a watch dealer, I'm the worst in the world, because this is what I do, right? People reach out to me and go, "Oh, I love that video, man. Can you sell me that watch?" And if I want to, I'll say, or if I'm not into it, I'll say, no, thanks. But usually I say, oh, okay, well, make me an offer, And quite often they have a watch to part exchange. And watch traders, watch dealers, they love part exchange. Why? Why do they love part exchange?
They
Because they give you,
yeah,
they shit on your fucking watch, and they still want the top end. If they're looking for 20,000 for a watch and you walk in with cash, you can push them down to 18.5 easily. But if you part X something, they're staying at 20, right? And
just a second, Bear.
And they're gonna drop your shit down. I thought we were gonna keep it slim here, Tim.
Yeah, let me take off Fred for now.
Let's do that, because that way we can have a flowing conversation.
Boom, boom, boom.
But anyway, so that's what they do. I never do that. People reach out to me, like I got the Tudor Back Bay Pro, right? And Ratso said, at this point I call him Ratso naturally. I don't have to cover his name because I'm on Tim's channel. Nico reached out to me, as he did many times, and I didn't reply because I was very clear that I would not reply to him since he started threatening me. And he was like, "I saw you got a Tudor. What the hell are you doing? You have money." And it took all my strength not to write back going, "I didn't buy it. Somebody gave it to me in exchange for another watch. Fucking leave me alone." That what I did for that guy, he wanted another watch. It was too small on him. He's a huge risk, clearly, whoever the guy is. And he said, "Listen, I'm interested in that other watch you have, which is much bigger. Are you interested in swapping? And I'll give you the money and the difference." And I wasn't originally, but I went, "Okay, look, I'll help the guy out." And I gave him full whack for his watch, the full price he would get on the market. I'm like, "Dude, send me the difference, and you're all good." A watch dealer would never do that, because that makes no margin for them. But I'm an enthusiast, and I'm a friend to my viewers. My fans.
You're trying to cut out the middleman.
Fans.
Yeah.
I'm cutting out the middleman in that case, because it annoys me when they rape someone on a fucking part exchange. So I was like, "Sure, man, look, let's go on Chrono. What price is mine? What price is yours? Give me the cash difference." A gray market dealer would never do that. They would go, "What price is mine? Yours goes for this, but I'm not buying it for that. I'm pushing you down there." And then they have that. And I'm not doing that, because I'm not a fucking dealer. So saying I'm a dealer is absurd. But there were 3 watches in the Nico thing. So I'm sure a dealer might go, raise an eyebrow and go, "Hold on, 3 watches? Who is this guy?" And it was never my idea to sell 3 watches, as I explained in detail to you guys previously. Right. It was Wizard who said, "I'm taking 3." And I was like, "You want 3 watch? How much money is that? I thought I was going to sell you 1 watch." And foolishly, I said, "Okay." And the rest is fucking history.
The rest is history. And it's important that you bring up the genesis of this whole thing, because a lot of people are still confused. They think that
Actually, if I may, I'll be just a couple of minutes. I'm in the office, and I won't stay long. Actually, if I may just give my side of the story. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. People are calling me and saying these fuckers are soft cocking big time. So why don't you come on?
We didn't even get to the crux. We're just starting out.
I was surprised. I was surprised that all C soft cocking from Jim. That's from.
I haven't asked any questions yet. I mean, geez.
Okay. Anyway.
Let me read the super chats, Bear, and then you'll have the floor. Okay.
All right.
Stan Mauser, $10 towards the fund to bring Camille Vasquez for the final reveal. Thank you. I think he's referring to the Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah,
thing.
Her, yeah.
JB, thank you for €2. Link for Bear. Bear is on. Thank you, Bear, for hopping on.
I'm not gonna stay long, but not because I understand that you guys want a slim panel and all that, no problem. And I'm not slim by nature.
There's just two more. There's no super chats here, Bear. This
Yeah.
show is barely surviving.
You
This
got
Holy
another super chat from Canadians,
Oh,
obviously.
thank you. Canadians are saving the show. Holy Panda, £5. So there wasn't even a verbal contract, let alone written one. That's really good point. The money came from a completely different person that Oshin was even expecting from. And DC and LV member for 11 months. Timmy continues to be the best source of the hot takes in the community. Please like, subscribe, and become members. Thank you so much, DC and LV. And last super chat, Canadian watch guy. Love the Canadian brothers. I played the narcissistic personality disorder drinking game. Cheers. During Oshin's live stream last night. I drank every time he exhibited the trait. I'm currently in the hospital getting my stomach pumped. Just
It's poetry. It's
That's
poetry.
funny.
cheers. That's amazing.
In the voice of John Malkovich, pay that man his money. Pay that man his money.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. Whatever happened. Whatever's done is done.
Oh
You
no, it's
owe
not
the
fucking
money.
done. It's not fucking done. It's not even close to
Well,
fucking
you
done.
know what? It's all been fun
This
and
time, 6
drama
months,
and
man,
excitement.
you're all gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Oh, it's not
Fact
fucking
is
done.
this.
It's
Fact
super
is this.
serious. It's super fucking serious.
If I owe some money, I pay what I owe. If somebody owes me money, I make sure they pay me.
Now, just really quickly,
Well,
Bear,
if
you're
you ever
coming-
lend me money, I'll come burn your house down looking for it. How about that? Sound good to you?
If you owe me this,
I don't
money,
think so.
I guarantee you would pay me. I guarantee you that.
Now, hold on a second.
Because you'd strong arm
Bear.
me. Yeah.
Now,
Got it.
Oshin, here's the thing. Bear is coming from he's coming from the side where he believes Oshin has never wronged anyone. To his knowledge, he believes that Nico is completely innocent. He has never ripped off anyone ever. And that's why he believes so strongly that Nico should be paid back as soon as possible.
No, I think
Not,
Bear
not
and
Nico,
to
not
defend
Nico.
Bear.
Anyone that
Yeah.
anyone that we owe money to should be paid.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
I'm generalizing this. I'm not even going into
Okay. So listen. So let's say you go to the bank and you borrow money and you're going to pay it off, and there are installments that you pay it off, and you pay them. Now, no, it's different with a bank because it's going to be very regimented. But you pay the first payment. You pay the second. There's 6 payments you have to make. You pay the second. You pay the third. You're a little slow on the fourth. You're very slow on the fifth, but you say, don't worry, I'm coming with it. And then the bank come and burn your fucking house down before you get to pay the sixth. Sound right to you?
No, that's
It's
not
different,
That does
Bear.
not sound right.
It's
That
different, Bear.
obviously-
It's different, Bear. Somebody gave me 10 grand and I never paid it back. Someone gave me 42 and I was in the process of paying it back. A person who wants to steal your money and doesn't want to pay doesn't pay anything. They don't give a $17,000 watch. They don't send 10. They don't send 6. They're not on the phone whenever they're needed. Not to fucking Nico, but to his friend, his partner, Stephen, who I said I'll deal with him, and I was dealing. This guy just fucking threw his toys out of the fucking stroller and started kicking and screaming like a baby before the whole thing just got put away. It could have gotten put away nicely. Now, he could have said, shit, I'm never doing fucking business with that guy again because it took him months and months and months. Okay. But you really want to kick up a storm over you're getting to the finish line of getting paid off? 9 grand is not a lot of money to me. I know now everyone thinks I'm broke. Okay. But
in fact,
like
No,
the word on the street.
I think-
breakfast store.
See, that's the thing. I don't think
This guy
you're
would have
broke.
been paid fucking months ago.
I think you're
had he
slightly.
behaved
I think,
slightly.
to be very honest with you, that you're slightly detached from reality,
Okay, that you're entitled
and
to
not
that.
in an insulting way.
Okay.
I think you are a bit of a star, a bit of.
Here we go with this shit.
No, I'll be honest with you, and I don't think you see things exactly as they should be seen.
But don't you think being a star gives Oisin a bit of leverage that other people who are dealing with
Gives Oisin a leverage with the cocksuckers like you. It doesn't give Oisin a leverage to guys like me. To me, he's just a guy that owes money to another guy, and ultimately, at the end, he should pay it. That's really
There's never been a doubt about payment. I've never said I had intentions of not finishing paying off that dude. Okay.
Fair enough.
So let me give you an example. At one point, Spencer calls me and he's like, "Hey, Shane, yeah, how's it going? Yeah." And I'm like, "Hey, Spence, how's it going, brother?" And he was well aware of my bank issues, and Spencer was very he was patient and he was understanding. And there's also kind of a mutual thing there. I would sing his praises on the channel too. You know, there's a lot in it for Spencer too in that way, or at least let's hope so. If I go on my channel there, people really trust me, and I say Spencer is the best fucking grey market dealer in England, that's got gravitas, right? And I'm not looking for a handout, right?
Yeah.
But he gets on the phone and he's like, "Listen, this Nico, I know he's a hothead, you know, but tell you what, just pay him off. Pay him before you pay me. Pay me whenever you want later, but pay him off because he's fucking going." And I was like, "Spencer, how does this guy have you and Paul by the short and curlies so fucking hard that you're terrified of this little shitbag? You guys are big players. You're much older men. You've been in the game much longer, and yet you are bending over for this dude. This guy is it." I was ready to just pay you, Spencer. And he goes, no, pay him now and pay me next week or in a couple of weeks. It's fine. Don't fucking worry. I don't care. And I said, all right, man, I'll do it for you. Okay. Like, it burns me because of the principle, because this motherfucker, right, couldn't fucking wait a little bit longer. It's okay. Right. But I said, you know what, Spencer, I'll do it for you. I'll fucking just do it for you because you're so nice. And I went home. I just paid 6,000 the day before. 6,000 over there. Going, listen, I'm getting out of my bank issues here. There's 6,000. Stephen wrote back and said, "Thanks, man. That's great." And I said, "Yeah, more on the way. Obviously, now I owe you 9, and we're getting there, nearly at the finish line." You know what Nico did? Nico wrote to me the next day or 2 days later or something. "You owe me 17,000. I fucking started my business 20,000 and you're all nearly the same." He went apeshit. I was like, I just gave 6,000. He went apeshit. It was the same day. Excuse me. It was exactly the same day. I get the text. Now he knows I'm not going to reply to him. I was clear with Stephen. Stephen told him not to reply to me anymore. We were dealing with it. It was me and Stephen from now on. Gentlemen, right? So this shit happens, and he goes, "You owe me 17. I'm like, "Where did he get 17? Oh, he fucking moved the goalposts. That's what he did. He doesn't like what Stephen did. Stephen made a concession and said, "I'll give you more money for the GMT." And now he's after reversing that. And I just pissed me off. I was like, here we go again. We're not dealing with a regular human. We're dealing with a madman. And I was trying to tell Paul and I was trying to tell Spence, and they both ignored me. Why? You guys figure it out. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But
I'm going to tell you, my perception is that you are way more intelligent than these guys. You're playing them like a monkeys. You're procrastinating and setting up situation where basically the payment just never happens.
Okay. Let me read these super chats. We're gonna get back to this because I have an interesting take on this. Nelson Oliveira, thank you for the 10 Canadian. Use this money for your next bottle of wine. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Actually, this wine is freaking amazing, Oisin. It's good, really good stuff. Yeah, it's really good stuff. Cabernet Sauvignon. Rocher Mazet. It's not gonna focus. I don't know why. But Loose Tooth, $5. Oisin, do you see how you came across as playing the noble victim? Like Amber Heard. Endless excuses when it suits you. Rolex has a huge suit. Oh God. You had to throw in that dick there.
Do I have to answer that, or do you have more?
No, it's not a question. I think it's just a dig it. Yeah.
A statement.
It's a statement, yeah. J617, $10. Timmy, do you recommend consigning through Mr. Oisin O'Malley or Kenny Olsen of Theo and Harry's fame? Please advise and thank you for your knowledge and insight. Look, listen, just consign through me. I think I think there might be quite a lot of money.
So Oisin isn't part of your trusted dealer network then.
Oisin's the timwrite trusted dealer network. Let's Canadian watch guy, $5. Is the word Oisin Irish for conflation? I don't think so, but
No, it's actually
Canadian
the word for
watch
young dealer.
Oh, young dealer. Hey,
Listen,
cheers,
I
Canadian
know
watch guy.
I will be accused of going soft on you, Oisin. But the one area
Beyond soft. You're soft cocking to the ultimate
He
level.
hasn't asked any question. He asked one
And
question.
anyway,
Give him
I'm just
I
gonna.
haven't even.
I have to leave. I'm just
All right,
gonna
Bear.
leave
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah.
You're very lucky. That you have a nice guy like Nico that you owe money to, because I promise you, if you owe that money to me, none of this bullshit would work, and you would have to pay. But regardless, I think you're a talented man. Keep up the good work. See you on Archie Luxury, and everyone have a wonderful day.
Have a good night.
Thank you, Bear.
Yeah,
SE, thank you so much for the 20 years. Respect to the Bear. He's very inspiring. We'll love the Bear. And Loser, $2. Oisin, keep in mind, Bear thinks Putin is awesome.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, and Graph and
I just donated 50 English pounds to Ukraine aid today. Or
Thank
yesterday.
you. I'm Ukrainian, actually. Slava Ukraini.
Nice one, man.
Graph and watches, $2. OC is the real watch guy. Tim, step aside. That's why I have him on.
Tim Show.
It's Tim Show. Lee Jasic, £4.49. It wasn't a loan. When you was paid the money, you should have sent the watches or the money back. No?
Listen, this is where I have to jump in real quick before you answer, Oisin. Because a lot of people forget the genesis of how this deal happened, right? And let's just and people want to simplify it as a war, a feud between two celebrity personalities, and it's not that.
Right.
The genesis of the situation was Wizard said, "I'd like to buy 3 watches from you." Correct?
Yes.
Everybody is forgetting about the Wizard.
Okay. And then he said, "Ship me the watches." And you very smartly said, maybe you should pay me first, because I can guarantee you this: had you shipped those 3 watches, someone else would have the watches, and you would be owed 42,000 euros, and your leverage would be 0, my friend.
How do you know that, OC?
No, I'm just saying that there might be a very good chance.
No, I know how you know that, but I'm not going to make it public.
There's a very good chance you'd be out your 3 watches.
Yes.
And you'd still be waiting for your 42,000 euros today. So credit to you. You said, you know what? I think I'll take my money first, sir.
Yeah.
And you got and what happened was you realized the guy who promised to buy your watches didn't have any money.
It seems, yeah, that was 1,000 excuses. People are talking about me coming out with excuses. You want to see the excuses, man? It's a long list. But I didn't hate the dude, I just kind of.
But it was only weeks and weeks later that he found someone else to step in for him and say, "Hey, no, I've got the money, but it's now Nico's going to take over." Did he even tell you it was Nico, or did he keep it secret? Like, hey, don't worry,
it was completely secret. When I got the payment through, I was like, "Oh my god!"
That was the first time.
I still really liked. Yeah, I was still. No, he let me know like a day or something earlier. He goes, it's Nico. He's had a bank trouble. And I was like, Nico Leonard? Did I hear that correctly? What are you talking about? Like, I thought he was Wizard was the issue, and maybe he was. But when I saw the money came through from Nico, at the time I still really liked Nico. I was on good terms with him. I really wanted to pick up the phone and call him and go, "Hey, man, it's me. It's Oisin. What the fuck? I had no idea we were doing business together." Go figure. But I was told to keep it on the hush hush, and I was told to ship the stuff under a different name. I went to my famous shipper, who I've mentioned many times before, and I ship with along a lot, and he takes care of me and all of that. And he looked at me, he's like, "What's going on, man?" He was like, in a caring way, like, "You okay? Like, why are you writing a different?" I was like, "Don't ask, don't fucking ask. I don't know. I just want to get this thing out of here. I'm gonna have 2 more boxes coming soon. Please don't ask the same question. I just want to finish this fucking shit."
Right.
But of course, we all know what happened. Are you sure that Nico was brought in at the very last minute, or was he aware since way back in early September?
Well, I think the party that has gone missing, for several months, is the one who can answer that question.
I believe that Nico was brought in 1 month into the situation. That's why there's a very clear disagreement. That you say 10 weeks and Nico says 6 weeks. There is a 4-week gap. So I believe it was Wizard thought that maybe he'll be able to get the money.
That is my understanding as well. That Wizard tried for 4 weeks to try and secure funds from different.
Or maybe he was just hoping I would ship the watches anyway.
Exactly.
In good faith, right? Okay.
Exactly. And then good luck getting your money.
And then forget it. Then it's emails and threats and things.
Then you would have to threaten him, and he would come back to you as, "I'm a victim.
I'm a victim. Hey, Oisin, you're bullying me. You're threatening me. I'm not going to pay you under these circumstances."
It was okay. Well,
right.
Once again, I think for me,
and Wizard would say, "Listen, you can't burn my house down and expect me to pay you for these watches."
I like the way you've turned that. You're a smart guy, but it's for me in my world. I'm not just an artist, musician, whatever. I actually come from a really rough background. I grew up in Dublin. It was a violent childhood. It was a violent upbringing. The school was fucking horrifically violent. When I went to New York and I ended up flipping computers on the side just to stay alive, I met some of the most dangerous people in America. One of my friends was put away for a long time in jail. I have some very sounds a bit weird. I have some very dangerous friends, you might say. And we always, when it got to threats and shit like that, it was all cards came off the table. We were kind of different. We worked differently. You would never get to the threats place because the threats place wouldn't have any fruit. The only fruit would be like, fucking bring it on, prick. It would, you change the tune then, the tone in the room changes. At least that's the way I learned. That's how I cut my teeth in New York for years. Gotcha. The second and also the person who really is going to fuck you up doesn't threaten you. They stay very quiet, and then one day shit happens. And because you don't want to create a paper trail or any shit like that. Somebody falls over and wind up in the hospital. Then the police come in and then they check your phone and they want to see who didn't like you that week. You don't want to create that trail. That's why when I was doxxed, most of the guys who sent me all those vicious messages and sleep tight, I know your address and all of that, all the death threats that came in, I wasn't worried as much about them because I was like, you moron, you just wrote that on a WhatsApp. Now I'm saving it. And if you do anything, there's a paper trail. I was worried about the silent guy, and he's the guy I'm ready for if he ever fucking
speaking of threats, I wanna have Red Shovel chime in on the threats after I read these 2 super chats. Derek M, $5, man. If we could all aspire to be big, tough men like Bear. What a big, strong, scary man he is. Maybe someday I'll grow some hair in my knuckles too. Thank you. Derek and Mike K, £4.49. Even Oisin. Evening Oisin, I've just down a can of Tesco cream soda. Slid down the stuff. Have you ever tried red wine with cream soda?
No, but I love cream soda. I miss it now that you mention it. I haven't had that in years.
And we have Rolling Mania, £1.79. Full disclosure, OC, bad experience dealing with the Wizard.
It's not impacting my questions. If that were true, my questions are straight.
Well, let's talk. Let's have Red. Red, you recently had dealt with Nico,
Yeah.
and
Hey,
can you
hey, Red.
Hey, Ocean.
now these two guys, just full disclosure, they're kind of enemies in the watch community. Red does not like Oshin. Oshin doesn't really. Well, he's just a viewer. That's not a fan.
I,
A fan. A fan.
I never had any problem with Ocean.
No problem. No problem.
Until he started being a
Really,
cunt.
I don't
to
really,
me.
man. I don't
Right?
really, man. I don't
But-
really. I
but-
just got pissed off because you insulted me a bit, but it's okay.
I didn't
But-
insult you. I made.
No, you said I was a bit of a dark. What did you say? Grumpy, grumpy
No.
fucker or something.
No. I said I had made a comment on. I think it was Spencer's stream.
Yes.
Just about the way you post your advertisements for your watches, and that you don't want to take any. Don't bet them on it. The price is the price, and you seem to take that to heart for whatever reason, and then you stop speaking to me. So I don't know what your problem was there, but anyway. I'd like to say, just in general, right? I'm from Northern Ireland. I have met many very shady people, criminals, people that you wouldn't trust. Ever since I've got involved in the watch sort of scene, you guys leave them for dead. You really do. I have never seen so much underhand, dodgy deals. Oh my God, it is unbelievable. Never seen it before. Like, I'm not even sure, Oisin, there is so many stories that you wouldn't know like what to believe. Even the original OC, there's a story going around that you're not even like a lawyer. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know why I'm involved with this, but it doesn't matter.
No. I'm just sort of saying that there is. You say one thing online, and about 2 or 3 streams later, it gets turned into something completely.
I don't
different.
think OC ever said he was a lawyer.
I don't think I ever did. I never said I lived at 432 either, but you never
Yeah.
like to be true as
I
well.
think, see,
Yeah.
that's the sort of
Yeah.
Everyone says, okay, that's the sort of shit
Yeah.
that you get.
That's
And
the
Listen,
thing, right?
So
Don't
all these
listen. Red.
all these
This
things
is
come,
where.
listen, all these things come out of the woodwork, and I'll just bring up a random thing years and years ago, like all whenever you're under fire, like Oshin is right now, all of these little data points come out, all these little nuggets, and so one of them that came out recently is years and years ago. There was a situation with some slumlord who who you owed money to, or your girlfriend owed money to, or whatever. And now there's this collection that, you owe $4,000 or whatever. And now they try and pin it on you, like, oh, look, this is evidence that Oshin has been ripping off people for years, right? And they just bring these little tiny things out of the woodwork and try to weave a whole narrative about your entire character and personality based on that. And it's just nonsense, right?
Yeah, somebody said in my stream the other day, somebody in the chat where I was talking about, people trying to pull up old shit. And one guy said, "Did you steal that newspaper back in 1983?" And it was perfect. I was like, yeah, because once they start uncovering this stuff, they want to go, like even I have to say, Paul, I never took him for petty. I never knew he had a petty side. He was very petty last night, unfortunately. I guess he was angry. And it all came out, and I forgive him for it. But even he started mentioning like older petty stuff, and I thought, God, the amount of stuff people have told me about Paul and discrepancies in his business when he was a watch dealer. But I'm not going to go, or, dun, 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 haha, we have discovered it. I'm just going to say, well, he probably every now and then he did fuck up, or he has had a weird customer, or maybe something did slip under his sights or whatever. It depends on what your agenda is in your head. I could have made a big deal out of it, but I'm not gonna, right? It's just your decision. Even mentioned that he's like, I think he got evicted. Like, you can't even be evicted in Italy at the moment. So it's like total bullshit. But he got a little petty like that. You can get mad petty about everything. Ask Amber Heard and fucking Johnny Depp. Their entire lives were just strewn across the TV and the internet for the past couple of months. But you know, every one of us, if you start going back into, and here's the extra thing. One is I was in a band, so I was slightly notable. You know, if you Googled me, you'd find my face all over the place. So it wasn't exactly
Not
like
really,
a
no.
what?
I found about 2 pictures of you, but that's about it. Okay.
Well, I don't. Okay, fine. That's a strange thing to say.
Let me just read these two.
And the other thing was I have a funny name. My name isn't John Smith. There's a trillion John Smiths. I think there's one other Oisin O'Malley, you know. So it's very easy to Google me. I need to Google myself now. I never do that. Thank you.
Google.
I just
Ron,
Googled red shovel, and I get a lot of pictures of red shovels.
Yeah. Ron the Shrink, $2. Red shovel has passed away 20 minutes ago. Serena, Mr. Tutor to $10 super chat. Oisin, be a man and pay what you
Here we go
owe.
again. Here we go
Believe
again.
in doing
It's the
the
big
right
sticking
thing
point,
because
yeah.
it's the right thing. 2 wrongs do not make a right. Grow up and be a man. Stop all your talk and excuse. Actually, I have there's few questions whether on how much you should pay, and because some people say you should pay 11, then some people say you should pay 9.
Why not just pay what you? Why not just pay what you and just be done with it?
Well,
If you
why?
have the money,
Why?
What do
you
I
have
owe?
the-
What do I owe?
well,
How much do I owe?
I don't know because
You don't know.
I
That's
might
the
know,
problem.
But
That's
you
definitely
admit-
part of the problem.
you admit that you owe money, so why not just pay what you think you owe and just be done with it then?
How much is it worth to string someone along for 10 weeks? How much is it worth in aggravation and time to
How
string
much
some-
is everything that happened since then worth? Motherfucker, that's a lot of shit. But anyway,
I mean, I believe this this whole thing has affected some of the deals that you had, some sponsorships, maybe even.
yes, yeah, it has already, yeah.
Ron the Shrink,
every day I
$2. This is
wake
the
up
most
to.
complex rigor mortis in history. Mr. Zoso, $2. Oisin, can you please type hello in the chat? Thank you.
Is that serious?
I mean, he's a cool guy. Just
Sure.
type hello. Yeah.
Hello in the chat. Hey, Mr.
They want-
Zozo.
They want to see if you're logged in under a different account. That's smart,
Oh.
smart, Mr. Zoso.
Clever.
Oh, I see.
Clever, yeah,
Why would
clever
I
questions.
Why would I do that though?
Oh, they want to see if you're logged in as somebody
Triangular
But
logic.
do
triangular
they have
logic.
an agenda though? I don't know. Because there's been
GT
people trying to hack into my shit the past couple of weeks, you know.
Oh.
They don't
No, I
know
think
how
he's just
tech
trying
savvy I
to see
am.
something. GT, £2. Where the Archie type banner come from?
Super chat and upvote. Scroll.
I don't even
turn it
know.
off.
Someone activated that. Sorry about that. But hey, please. Actually, you know what? Let's keep that going. That's good. Guys, please if you haven't hit the upvote button, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, upvote, and super chat. I try to stay as much independent as I possibly can to bring you guys unbiased interviews like this.
So,
And we got
all right.
SE 10 euros. Oisin, will you swallow your anger and unblock me? Found it pretty petty to ban me for questioning Zero West as a
Oh,
brand.
sure,
Interesting.
man. I'm sorry. I was just getting hammered. The
Yeah.
Zero West haters hammer me like really bad. I'm just
One thing
getting
that
some-
Paul Thorpe brought up, and maybe this is an area of common ground. He kind of hinted that his whole sponsorship by Zero West actually hurt him because his audience saw it as disingenuous. Here's a guy who made his career out of selling, luxury timepieces and recommending to his customers, to buy Rolex and Audemars Piguet and watches that are higher level horology. And it came across as spruiking and unseemly that he would do this. Do you feel a similar backlash to you when you were doing videos for brands that you could clearly see, like, listen, he's not going to wear this thing. Is he doing this for the money? Did you get a sense of, like, maybe if you could go back in time to not do those things, or do you still stand by those videos and kind of those sponsorships?
I don't get it the same as Paul. I think Paul gets it harder because Paul's all about, best investment watch. Is that a good watch to buy? And he always puts it on his investor cap, and he admits it. He's like, this is, it's my years as a watch dealer. I can't ignore the price and the value, and if it'll gain value or lose value. Clearly, Zero S is like the classic example. Actually, it isn't. It's weird because when people buy them, they just don't sell them. And the only ones that ever came up for sale were above retail, but they really aren't a watch to buy for investment. Okay. They're not,
I never heard Zero West being spoken as an investment watch, but
no,
I agree. It is weird it actually makes no sense for Paul Thorpe to advertise those watches because he talks about investment watches so much. So it's just the messaging does not make sense.
Well, I think Paul's just likes the guys. He sees it as a British brand, and Paul is very much a British channel. He's a British staple, and I think he kind of just goes along with it there. I don't know if he has. I don't ask or anything. I don't inquire what sort of deal he has. The guys, if he has any sort of deal at all. I know he does a lot of good for their brand. I do know that. Like he brings people to their brand. I was interested in the stories. So the very first video I did for them was Spitfire, and they were originally going to just pay me small amount of money just to do hands on the desk review. And I realized it was all about the Spitfire, and I saw an opportunity to tell a beautiful story on the channel. And if you watch my videos, I'm not telling anyone to buy the watch. I'm not telling it to anyone this is the best British watch. I just tell the story. I talk about the watch and its features. And then I go, and then I show how it's linked. And then you can make up your own mind.
It's kind of like the Rolex advertisements that you were talking about. They show the beautiful, whoever would potentially wear it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't say, hey, wear this watch, and then they show the watch.
Yeah, they don't even show their watch sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ron the Shrink, good for you, Red. He's not notable. Not even sure what that means, but Ron the Shrink, I love you.
He's not notable. He's talking about the Google. So I Googled myself.
Oh,
and there's a fucking myriad of photos, but I guess no. There's. Can I address that real quick? Or read that one. Sorry.
Yeah. Because this is double. It's a repeat. 2000. Oisin, are you going to sue the rat face? And Captain Kirk is also asking the same question.
Yeah, it's already
Nico?
underway. It's already underway.
It's underway. Okay, because I was gonna say, I think because that's the crux of the question about how is this all going to resolve, because people don't know. Are you gonna pay Nico? How much you're gonna pay him? Are you gonna pay him 11? Are you gonna pay him 9? Are you gonna pay him 7 like I suggested? Or you're gonna let the courts decide? And it looks like I think this is the
it's kind of immaterial. I mean, if I'm going to pay him anything, I'll pay him 9 because that was the deal. Even though it officially wasn't a deal and there was no written deal between him and me at all, but I'm willing to overlook that. Like I'm willing to overlook so much in this fucking thing. Certain things I won't overlook. But it's really going to be, when this all pans out, it's really going to be very insignificant, this $9,000. Honestly, by the time he gets it, he probably won't want it.
Oh,
good.
I think he wants it. Okay.
He wants it at last. He will burn down his business to get that
if we win, I'll give him $241,000. He'll give me $241,000.
$2. Okay, we got this one. JB is asking, why is Red Shovel showing cleavage? Well, he's trying to look sexy. Looking sexy is important. I slept with Red Shovel in the same bed, so he's a lovely guy. JT, 5 pounds. Damn you, Timmy. I've voted. Shovel, what size does JJ wear?
JJ wears a size 9.
Thank you, Red Shovel. Delmore 820 Canadian. I love my Canadian Porsche drivers. Whether Oisin believes he's right, he's having a negative impact on the gray market industry. He has lost his credibility, but also affected the credibility of good dealers out there. you are in the wrong on balance. Pay up.
He's kind of right in a way, and
Mhm.
to use the previous reference to cleavage, they're showing their tits,
Yes.
like their bra just got pulled off,
Yeah.
and they should have known better.
Literally, did you see the video where Nico basically wiretapped you? When he flipped the camera, he wasn't wearing a bra.
Literally.
Literally. Literally.
No, what's
He
interesting
should
is
have. I
I was
mean,
gonna say what's interesting is when Roman Sharf came on, it was during when this whole thing exploded.
Yeah.
He was very adamant that things like this coming to light hurt the entire secondary market, and especially those that have very visible YouTube presence. He said this is bad for our industry. This is causing we're losing millions and millions in sales as a result, and maybe that's not a bad thing. In the grand scheme of things, that these shady practices and this slow roll and the slow pay and all this stuff has been exposed.
Yeah, they kind of by trying to expose me, he inadvertently exposed himself, and it's not good. I know for a fact that many have distanced themselves from Nico in the past because of the same problem. People have, mods and administrators of forums and so on have been getting messages going, who the fuck is that maniac in there just screaming at everybody? And they've had to ban him. And he's banned from every Dutch forum. He's banned from them all. He's been banned from them for years, ever since he was picking people up near his house, driving them to an empty parking lot and opening a box of fake watches. He ripped off 2 dealers. Sorry, excuse me. He ripped off nearly every dealer in Holland. But one guy he ripped off twice in a row with fake watches. Dealers, not people, dealers.
Whoa. Nico was selling fake watches?
Fake watches
in
for
Holland?
years. Oh, yeah.
This is a revelation.
Holy
I have already
shit.
mentioned this, by the way, but maybe it fell by the wayside because there was so much going on.
Nico wants to come on, so he does.
Nico wants to come on. I'm not letting him on. I think he pretty much got the point.
If I can ask one question, because one area where I think you've
honestly, as well as that, sorry, I technically can't talk to Nico. I mean, my lawyer is going to be
you guys are pending litigation.
Pissed. Yeah, I'm gonna. I mean, the criminal. There's nothing I can do about what the police do. That's up to them now.
Yes.
So I don't have any power over that. They'll just use me as a witness if they have to. But the civil side, they won't be too happy if I'm talking to the defendant.
To the defendant.
Everything
you say could be used against you.
You just made a massive allegation there, that he is selling, or that he was selling.
Well, I didn't make the allegation. I'm repeating a large trader in Holland.
Okay.
2 large traders in Holland who contacted me. Now, maybe they're incorrect. Maybe they're spreading lies about him.
Interesting.
I'd love to have them on. I actually asked one of the guys, and he was like, if it comes to it, I'll go on. But I don't want to go. I don't want my face and so on and my voice to go on. But he had a lot of information. And in the same way as all those assholes out there, and maybe you included, Red. I don't want to call you an asshole, but maybe you're included in the people
he is a bit of an
spreading rumors about me willy-nilly. Oh, Oisin did this and Oisin did that.
I never spread any rumors about you.
Okay, you did.
He only spreads the truth. Here's the thing, though. With Red, he only spreads the truth.
So people are hearing things about me, and they're writing them, and they're spreading them, and they're talking, including Paul last night. They're hearing stuff and then running with it. I heard this, and these are pretty connected dudes, and I checked everything, and they have huge fucking influence in the Dutch watch community. And I'm just repeating what they said.
Now, is there?
So if he wants to go ahead and sue me for defamation, he can do that, and we'll all fucking have a big party in court. How about that?
Very cool. Very cool. Ron the Shrink, $2. Asheen, do you think your ego is somewhat inflated? Probably massively.
This is getting to probably massively.
It's a rhetorical question. Neo, $10. Asheen, take this to court. The cartel is very, very scared the courts rule in your favor, because if they do, there's going to be egg on their face.
Well, there wouldn't be on them if they just distance themselves from the clear madman. Like I still think Roman is a cool dude. I still think that Paul is an honest, straightforward guy. I still think that Spencer is the sweetest man I've ever met.
He is
It's
sweet.
just a shame that they got in contact with this dude. Now, there must be something behind it. There must be some business arrangement that they're all trying to protect.
It's got to be.
I'm a fly in the ointment now. And it's just big inconvenience.
You know too much. You know too much.
I know too much. I'm in the way, and they don't want anything disturbed. I get that. Yeah. That must be what's happening. That's the logical conclusion I'm coming to. That I had the highest respect for Spencer. I still do. It's just a shame that he shared our private information between the two of us with a third party, especially that third party, because it just went. You know, I remember Paul saying to me one time on the phone, "Oh, nobody else knows about all our personal information. It's just the three of us." And I said, "You mean you, Spencer, and that guy?" That's the same as saying it's you, Spencer, and the planet Earth, because that guy doesn't have a lid. He doesn't have a muzzle. He has absolutely nothing. Someone should think about putting one on him, because Terry, he's after landing his friends, me, and lots of other people in the shit over $9,000. It's pathetic.
Terry Civil Austin, £5 for the cleavage red. Thank you, Terry. We love the cleavage.
And by the way, your private deal with the original party, which was supposed to be confidential, all of a sudden you find out that your private information and your address and your bank details were shared with somebody else who you may not have wanted them shared with.
Oh my God, everything's been shared. The deal with me and Spencer, God, that was like last night. Paul said I lied to everyone that it was paid for. Do you guys want to hear the details of it exactly? Why I said it was paid for? Because
let us know.
A week or two earlier than that, I picked up the phone and called Spencer and I said, "Listen, man, I owe you that $10,000, right? I'm interested in 2 of your watches there. I want to go gold. I'm pissed off with steel. Now I want to go gold. You have 2 gold pieces. How about I send you this? I offered him 5 or 6 pieces. Actually, I gave him a list of like 12 or 13, and he picked what he wanted out of those. And he goes, "Oh yeah, that's kind of a cool deal." His watches came to about 90 grand in euros. Mine came to about 105. That fucking sounds out. Mine came to about 105, 104, something like that. And so he said, "Okay, well, that's cool. Yeah, that sounds, oh, Shane, yeah, that's a..." Sorry, I have to impersonate him a little bit. He's, "All right, yeah, oh, Shane, yeah." Yeah. And he was like, "All right, I'm into that." Now, I was giving him my pieces for trade price, which is way lower. We discussed this earlier. So he was able to he'd get 104,000 of trade price watches, which he could then sell with his margin, get 130, 140, whatever he makes. So that's great. But I was taking his pieces at a slight discount, just like a, friendly discount. A little bit of a discount is fine. And he says, "Okay, great. So that'd be the 90 grand, the 10 you owe me, and then I'll owe you 4. And I said, "Okay, great. That sounds great. How are we going to do it?" We were talking about shipping. And then I said, "You know what, man? Maybe I'll just get on a plane and just bring them to you. Just fly there. It's only 2 hours. And the flights, if I ship, I'm not going to ship them all at the same time. Same thing with Nico. I'm not going to put all of them into the same box. Imagine the box goes missing. You lose all that money. So I'll ship them separately. But each time I ship, it's going to cost me $50, right? At least." So I'm like, shit, for like $80, I can get on a plane and I have dinner and we'll have a bottle of wine and laugh about everything. Yeah. And so he said, "Yeah, mate, why don't you just fly over tomorrow?" I said, "That's a fucking good idea, man. Okay, let me leave it with me and I'll get on it." The shit all hit the fan, and "When are you going to pay Spencer?" And all of that was happening. "Is Spencer paid?" And I said, yes, because we had already put that entire deal together. Now, in fairness, the actual watches had to yet make the exchange, but we had already made a gentleman's agreement.
You had an agreement. You had an agreement.
You already had the agreement.
And I was already looking at flights, and he was already saying, "Oh yeah, we can drink some wine, and all of that." So it was totally. So when Paul says I lied,
Yeah.
That's
Just like Amber Heard donated the money.
Let me get through these super chats, guys, because I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get killed.
All right,
Carolyn
touche,
Martin,
touche.
$20. Asheen is swallowing nothing. You are a stand-up guy. You have nothing to lose. Mike
Carolyn said
K,
machine swallow nothing, which is
swallow
different.
nothing exactly.
Different.
Mike K, £1.79. Link for Nico.
Absolutely not.
And we got Axel Rush, $5. Tim, why not just excuse Asheen for a bit, let Nico on, tell his side, then bring Asheen back?
Tell you what, we'll talk, and then I'll go, and that's that. Or you'll finish the episode, and then
Let me ask you this, which is
wait,
something that,
let me get to the end
right.
here. Rene de La Ponce, €2. I'm Dutch. Asheen is lying about Nico 100%.
Okay, I'll get someone Dutch to write in right now.
CB, $5. Just curious, where are you suing Nico? Which country?
Northern Ireland. It's British. It's British municipality.
And then we got Asheen O'Malley's attorney, $2. Say nothing.
Which one? I've got fucking 4 right now. I have one, by the way, right now. I just got the letter for in San Francisco for Wix.com.
I'm not sure. Nico says he'll super chat $250.
Yeah, you can't buy your way into this bollocks, dude.
Maybe we'll have him on afterwards.
I'll pay the $250 to keep you out. How about that?
all right, there we go.
Solus, $5. Whatever happened?
This guy thinks he's playing with a joker. I am not a joker. And stop treating me like it's time you woke up to that fucking fact. I'm also not impressed, and I'm also not threatened by you in any way, shape, or form the way others are. So stop your nonsense.
I think Nico owes Red Shovel an apology, if anything, because
well, he can give it to him later, or you can write it
later.
Yeah.
Because Red Shovel felt really bad.
Nico was actually on to me there today, Tim, like so he was asking me about. Apparently, you were in one of your streams. Were talking about the deal that I had with Nico ages ago, back in 2020.
I think it was Bear. Bear said Nico never had problems with anyone, and I said, well, listen, I know at least one person who had a bit of a problem with him, so that's not necessarily true that he had no problems with anyone ever whatsoever.
No, but that was explained at the time. That was never really a problem. It was the watch arrived. It wasn't as described.
But that's a problem. That's a problem.
No, I know, but I give him the watch back, and the money was returned in a fair amount of time, so there was never any problem as such. The watch just wasn't as described. Nico, admitted, okay, well, that's not what you wanted. So, do you want a refund? Yeah, and that was it over. So, but I think he was on to me today, basically because he had heard your stream or whatever, and he was sort of saying, "Hey, are you still talking about that? Are you, like maybe." Like sort of putting around that you had a problem with that. No, I didn't have a problem like that. It was just a deal that that didn't work.
Right.
I'm going to interrupt you because I do want to ask Oisin some questions, and I'm going to get accused, like I already have been, of being soft on Oisin if I don't.
Yeah,
so
let OC have his moment.
Just a couple of quick questions. So, like one of the areas where the audience or the community in general tends to take issue is when you did get the 42,000 euros from Nico eventually, after all that time. By that time, 2 of the watches were gone and you had 1 watch left. And a lot of the people just say, well, listen, why didn't you just ship him 1 watch and then refund them the money for the remainder, just like put it all behind you?
Totally should have done it. Yeah.
So in retrospect, you're saying, yeah, you know what? I should have done that. That was a big mistake. I tried to
what I should have really done. Absolutely. Before that, I should have just relayed it all back.
All of it. Who's this fucking stranger sending me 42,000 euros?
Yeah,
I didn't have a deal with him.
Yeah, and also, does he expect to get the same pieces for the same price? Are you fucking joking me? No, fuck off. Shit, man, if I had a time machine, I wouldn't go back to see the dinosaurs or to stop Hitler in Germany in 1933. I'd fucking go back to that day and go, oh, now that I know what I know.
Right, so you admit that was a mistake.
I still thought for a while that he was innocent. I thought it was all Wizards' brilliance, and I was very apologetic to Nico on the phone. And when we finally got on the phone, I was like, man, I'll never want to speak to that dude again. He put me in a terrible spot. I was held ransom for months. And now I'm in a bit of a mess here. And I'm not a bloody dealer. I don't have all of this. And so on. And his friend Stephen was much more understanding. He was just ready. I could hear him almost shining his gun, you know. He was ready. And of course, the second there was any kind of, I'm not answering his call, he'd be like, okay, I'm going public. He got straight into the threats. It's like it was the first thing on his agenda.
But before all that, what was going through your mind when you got the 42,000 and you're like, okay, boom, I'm keeping the money? What was the thought process around? Listen.
Well, no, I thought was I'm not keeping the money, but my thought was now.
But you did it. So like, what was going through? What was the thought process around? Okay, listen, I'm keeping the money. I'll ship the guy the watch, and I'll figure out the rest later.
No, I thought, okay, I'm gonna get the old price for the GMT, and then I have to use the other money to buy the other two pieces back. And I called the guy I sold the Sea Dweller to, and I was like, "Do you want to sell it back to me, man? I'm in a situation." And he's like, "No, I fucking love it." And I was like, "Can you think about that?" And then my other great friend here, the guy who fucking let me know that I was doxxed, the first guy who let me know about that. It was a disgraceful moment. And I will never forgive that little piece of shit for doing that and putting that rift between me and my friend. Anyway, I digress. He said, "Listen, I've got another one. You remember, I gave you one of two. I'll give you that for a good price." And I said, "Thank you, man. I'm trying to get out of this hole." And the guy I sold the palm fronds to, because that was the other one, the little 36, which is still here. I still have it because the guy still hasn't picked it up after all these months. That's how much he trusts me.
You've been paid.
And I've been paid, and it's still waiting for him. Okay. And I have to pick up a piece of Bologna for him and everything's nice and safe. Whenever he breezes through Venice, we'll have a drink and he'll get all his watches. That thing, I was going, oh, what do I do? Do I ask him, is it okay if I just give you your money back? And then I'm also trying not to get raped because all the prices have gone up now. So now I have 42 to buy 50's worth of watches. Do you understand? You know, it's fucking stupid. I'm stupid. I've already said that. I'm a dumb idiot. I'm dealing with sleazy gray market fuckers who are aggressive as hell. And it happens to be the loudest, squeakiest wheels out there. Lucky me. You know, I think dealing with a Paul Thorpe or a Spencer is a much nicer experience, probably. Again, if I could go back, I would have fucking undid it. So that was my thought. I was like, what am I going to get out of this? Kind of nothing, except that I sold the GMT for less than it's worth. Great. Fucking great.
Right.
That was.
So you just mentioned Paul Thorpe. One of the rebuttals that he had against you last night was that, listen, this whole NFT thing or the images on the internet. I mean, sure, I was doing it, but it was actually Oisin that wanted to charge more money. It was Oisin that was really excited about doing this. He was the one, not me, that was going to benefit from.
I know. I heard him say that.
From all this. So how do you respond to that?
No, I was placating Paul. I've turned him down on so many things. He has so many ideas, and I've turned him down on a bunch. And sometimes he asks me to go on his live stream, and if I can, I say yes, and sometimes I say no. And I just felt, I said, I better say yes, even though I don't know what the hell he's doing. I don't even understand real NFTs, let alone his version of it or whatever it is, right? And I was like, okay, I'll play ball. And I was like, well, if they're going to buy them, just sell them for the maximum amount of money you can get for them. That was my attitude. Go for it, man. Make the money you want out of it. Like, yeah, I'm here with you, you know? It didn't sit well with me at all. I mean, if he's making it out like I was the fuel and he was, you know, not so gung-ho about it, that's kind of weird. But he's right that I did say, oh, I don't know, what do you want to put it at, $100? But I have a history with art galleries because I dealt a lot with art galleries in New York. And they always price the things really high. And then sometimes somebody makes an offer or whatever. And so I just thought, well, if somebody's going to buy the thing, aren't NFTs expensive, whatever, just put them at $100. And he said, no, that's a little bit aggressive, mate. And I was like, okay, well, pick, what do you think? And he goes, I think 50 is a good place to start. And I didn't know he hated my pictures, by the way. I didn't
Let me
know
just
that.
read
He
these
said these are
super chats because
fantastic.
I'm gonna
That's what
get
he said.
killed.
But maybe he was
I'm
just
gonna
being
get
nice.
killed. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get killed.
go for
Thomas,
it.
$5. Good to see you, Sheen. Hope you're well, Tim. Thank you, Thomas. I love this guy. This is a super gentleman, Mr. Zoso. Please, I'm trying.
We'll get to
Sheen,
Nico, we
talk to
promise.
Nico and settle this. Move on. It's not worth the aggravation for you. Great for Tim and Archie, though.
Yeah.
And to Paul's credit, he did say that he did at one point offered to step in and settle or pay the debt on your behalf, and then you would repay him at some point in the future. You do. Is that the correct?
I should clarify on that so you guys know. We were on a live stream, me and Paul and someone else, I can't remember. And Paul likes to have a nice chin wag afterwards. You know, he lights up a cigarette and he relaxes a bit, and we have a nice chat and offline. And it was just me and him, and he's like, "How you doing, mate?" Anyway, I was like, "Oh man, I'm in this situation. Well, what do you know about this Nico guy? I thought he was a really nice guy, but he's turning out to be a fucking animal." And he's like, "I don't like him. He's not a good watch dealer. He's not a real watch dealer, in my opinion. What's he doing? What's he doing to you?" I said, "Well, we got into this situation. Now I am owing money, and he's fucking calling me in the middle of the night and threatening and screaming, and I'm, trying to wiggle my way out of this disaster." And he says, "Do you want me to pay him off, mate?" I said, "What?" He goes, "Maybe I'll just pay him off. You want me to pay him off and get him out of your hair, And I said, "Well, Jesus, that's an incredible." That was the moment I went, "Okay, this definitely is a friend. This is definitely a friend who would do that." And I thought, God, wouldn't it be great if I could just pay Paul, who's a nicer person, than pay that dude? But then I said no. I said, "Thank you, Paul. That's a fucking amazing offer. I'm dumbfounded, but no, thanks. I'll deal with it."
But you did interpret that as a sign of friendship in general.
Of friendship for sure. And then 2 weeks later or so, I'm estimating, shit, was getting heavy with this dude, and he wouldn't leave my phone alone, and things were getting rough. And I was looking at my other situation with the bank and so on, and I was like, shit, I need help. Okay. And I had a few drinks, and I was quite upset. It was the middle of the night. I started getting calls from a lunatic. And I texted Paul, and I said, "Hey, Paul, is your offer still good? Because I need to, this shit is getting crazy." And he said, "Yeah, mate, let's jump on a call." And he said, "Yeah, I'll do it now." And he tries to do it, and it didn't work or something. I said, "Look, don't worry about it. We'll do it tomorrow or something." The next day, he had some personal stuff going on, some family stuff. I'm not going to mention Paul's family stuff, but it was some other stuff, and he had to put some money somewhere else. And he goes, "Oh, mate, it's really bad timing." And I said, "Okay, listen, it's okay. You've got your own shit going on. I totally understand. Thanks. Anyway, it's fine. I'll deal with the guy. So I made some calls and moved around some money and did some things, and I got 10,000 over to Nico. As hey, it's coming. Here it comes. I'm working on it, guys. Much later, the shit kind of hit the fan, and they all had a little chat at dinner. And that was the disappointing thing to me. Like, don't talk about somebody else's business, but whatever. It all came out at dinner, I guess, between the three of them. And then Paul, I got a text in the morning, him saying, "Can we get on a chat? Because we got to fix this situation." I said, "Sure, man." Got out of bed and got online. He goes, "Listen, I hear that you owe Spencer money too." And I said, "Yeah, but I'm dealing with Spencer. It's okay. We have a fucking very relaxed thing. He's cool. He knows I'm good for it. I already got a Daytona off him last year. He knows I'm good for it. I'm just having some difficulty with the bank and so on and other things, and everything's crashing. The Nico thing isn't helping either. And, but he's cool. I don't feel there's a problem with Nico. Maybe he's getting a little antsy, but I understandably, but it'll be fine." And Paul said, "Well, listen, I want to help." And that's when the pawnbroker came out, and he goes, "You send me that AP and I'll pay the 27,000. And I was like, "Oh, what?" Like, at the time, the root beer, maybe that's around the same money. The AP was at 100 grand. So he said his logic behind that is like, he doesn't know where the market's going to go. It's a very smart guy.
He just wanted to keep it as collateral.
He wants to keep it as collateral. And I have 3 months to pay it off. And his olive branch, in his mind, was like, "There's no, I won't charge you interest on the loan." It's like, so we went from like I was like, this isn't a friend anymore. This is like completely changed. And I still thought,
A
God,
business opportunity.
even if the market flumps, it's still going to come out. If for some reason I can't get it all to him by the end of the 3 months, he's going to walk away pretty nice with a fucking AP for 27K. It's a fucking good deal.
Oisin, like, sorry to interrupt, but is the crux of the matter that you are having financial issues or liquidity issues? Is that so? I mean, has that been a negative?
Hold on.
In the moment,
We'll let.
I think that's the thing.
I need to catch up on these super chats. I'm sorry.
Well, not now.
I need to. Sorry. I need to take a small super chat break. Brown Shovel, $2. Why are we still listening to this clown? And the Brown Shovel, $5. Clown Sheen, dude, you honestly can't be buying the bullshit you're spruiking.
I think he's about to kind of confess.
He's getting to the point. We're going to get to the crux of the issue. Jay Wright, £2. Remember when getting the dart to Doki for a point? I have no idea. This is just code. This is just code to me. Sherry and Shitters, thank you so much for £1. Super chat. CB, the man, the myth, the legend. Who is the Manguesti? I don't know what that is. And who is the Cobra?
Mongoose. I think it's Mongoose and Cobra, maybe.
You're as impartial as CNN. Listen, I just, guys, come on. I have to work within the restrictions to bring this kind of exciting content as I can. Listen,
we're about to get to the crux of the issue.
Yeah.
And interrupt Holy Panda. Just say, listen.
Yeah. Holy Panda. Wait, no. There's more. I'm sorry. Holy Panda. This is
the crescendo of the whole thing.
The crescendo. We're building up. We're building up.
Good, very good.
Holy Panda, £2. Bravo. Everyone, come on, guys. If you haven't upvoted, upvote, become members, subscribe. Loose Tooth, $2. Why the delay in paying Spencer?
And this is it. The crescendo is you had money issues.
Yes, I had money issues, and
there we go.
But they all know. Doesn't everybody know that the bank closed my account?
You had issues, and by the way, the person who was originally supposed to pay you couldn't pay you.
Yes,
right. Nico had bank issues for weeks and weeks and weeks, couldn't pay you.
Nobody says, "Hey, Nico had bank issues." That's no problem. But when you have money issues, it's a big deal.
That's what I kept saying. It was good enough for him to use that, but then when it happened to me, it's not good enough anymore. No, so listen, it was really bad. And he's a business. I'm not a trader. I'm not even a trader. And his partner Stephen was much more understanding about that. He's like, yeah, it's not like you're an actual trader or a store. You're just an individual, and you like watches, and you got in over your head a bit. So we understand. So he was much more compassionate. Myself and Stephen were drumming out ideas about me sending pieces in lieu of payment and so on. We just couldn't come to an agreement because he kept offering me really bad prices, and we could I was like, let's forget it, we'll just go back to the cash.
You couldn't come to agreement at the time. Delmore 8, $14. You are a cry bully Oisin, playing victim card constantly. Do you take zero accountability for your actions? I guess this is what socialists do. I don't think.
And now we know what your issue is, man. You just pulled your tits out. So now we can see your tits.
I love the Porsches. The Porsche drivers sponsor this show. Sherry and Shit is £5. Did Nico ask if you had all the watches before he sent you the money?
No, I didn't know Nico was doing any.
It was just out of the blue. It was out of the blue.
Guys. And that's part of the reason. Well, I mean, these money issues are probably part of the reason that when you got 42,000 euros, you're like, hey, listen, I need this cash. I'm going to try. And the easy thing would have been, listen, to give it all back or to give part of it back. But listen, you're having issues with the bank and everything else. Listen, I'll try to make it work and try and get these watches and
work within restrictions.
Well, sure. Like my good friend who said, I'll give you my other Sea Dweller. I was going to hold it, but I guess you're in a bind. I'll give you. I didn't have to pay him immediately. He was like, just take it and get send it off. Right. So, but the agreement was made. I do that all the time. It's never an issue, and I've dealt with lots of different sellers. Like it's
Excel Rush, $5. Oshin, I think even you would admit the panel has decided to be just really easy on you tonight.
So somebody
How
asked me a
about
really hard
taking
question
some
then.
questions?
If you
Yeah,
can
ask super hard.
We are. Super
We're
chat
asking
your questions now. Oshin is answering every single question.
He's asking every question we pose to him. We're asking about. We basically he's admitted he was short on money, and he was
short on cash. He's broke, guys.
He's broke. He's broke, and he's trying to move cash around. Guys,
at the time, it did feel like I was totally broke because when you get your shift shut down, what are you gonna do? Like you're
hanging out with the blondie is not free, guys. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think those tits paid for themselves? Come on, wake up. Come on. Neo, $10.
Don't be like that.
I don't think any of this is anyone's business, honestly. But I'm sure as hell never dealing with the cartel. I've had 3 David SW interactions and all perfect. I'll still with David. Guys, David SW is the sponsor of this live stream. I never heard any person ever come back to me and say I had problem with David SW. Probably the most honest watch dealer on the great market, period. ABC £2 original super chat.
They think everyone thinks I'm answering your questions for you, Oshin. Am I answering your questions for you?
This is ridiculous. No, man. I mean, hit me with whatever you want. I mean, it's okay. I'm
Guys,
here for
super
that.
chat your hardcore hitting questions now, and don't be cheap. The market is collapsed. I'm broke as focus. Rolling Man, you're £1.79. Tim Wright, the script writer extraordinaire. Thank you. And so it goes, $10. As someone who supports Oshin in this situation, stop being a fucker and pay the money now and call it a day.
He said fucker.
I don't know what it says. It gives you the moral high ground for your position regarding everything. Some good advice. And
I mean, look, I never have an intention of keeping anybody's money.
Just
don't fucking push me around.
It wasn't cheap. It'll take some time to cash up. Let's just give Oshin some time. Come on, guys.
You guys have to remember as well. None of this shit is going away for me ever. Nico gets his 9. Nico's happy now. Little crybaby goes away with his new ice cream in his hand. I'm left 3, 4, 5 years from now. I'm still going to get people commenting under my videos. You're a thief. Pay Nico. Like people are still texting me or messaging me on Instagram stuff saying, "Give back the Gru" and stuff. Like it's already. Weeks,
they don't know that you already.
They don't know because it's just, and they don't give a shit. And for a lot of people, it's just a great moment to bash the guy they didn't like in the first place.
People love bashing.
Like yesterday,
everyone who's complaining that we're not asking the hard questions, they're not coming through with any hard questions.
Send the hard question in the form of super chat now. We're reading them all. Kettle Hob Lovers, £4.49. Nico should never have sent the money the way he did. Underhanded, in my opinion. Oshin, a genuine guy who doesn't deserve this bollocks.
How dare you cherry pick that super chat, Tim?
I'm cherry picking the super chats. I'm only reading the super chats. They are favorable to Oshin.
And Nico's gonna come on, and we'll get accused of the same thing with Nico. You guys are being soft on Nico. You're not asking the hard questions. Jesus Christ.
Throw a brown shovel, £2. Throw some tomatoes at Oshin. Where are the tomatoes, guys? Tomatoes.
Let's do it.
Bring it on. Spam the tomato emoji right now. JBI Deeks, $10. What claims do you make in your suit? Unless it's a declaratory judgment, action seeking to invalidate the debt. Isn't your suit stronger if you pay the debt to eliminate any counterclaim?
No, the debt is separate. It's just separate. I mean, that's what I've been told.
Why not just pay the debt? I don't understand why you just wouldn't pay him. I don't understand why you won't pay him.
Why not? Okay, you said it there. You said it again. You just reminded me. It's
another question. Do you see when Paul offered you the deal on the AP as such, to hold it as
collateral,
as collateral? Were you sort of thinking there that he mightn't give you it back, even if you paid him the money back?
I got a little scared. I realized really I was out of my depth.
Do you really believe that he would do that? Do you really believe that Paul would do that on you?
I don't think. No, I didn't. No, I don't think. I don't think that he would do that. He's not dishonest in that way at all.
Why didn't you take that opportunity just to do that agreement and kill this thing dead? That would have killed it dead then for you.
Because I felt like I was being manipulated. I felt like that Paul was. I had already spoken to Paul about this similar thing with someone else. I don't want to bash Paul right now because I saw how hurt he was yesterday. I just know that Paul he's a lovely man, but he's also a shrewd and calculated man. And I don't think he makes a move without calculation. And that phone call kind of put shivers up my spine. And I did say, let me think about it. And then I just never, I think I either declined or I just never followed up because I had to kind of put down that phone and go, what the fuck did he just offer? It was very, holy shit. Is this what happens? Do other people move in on the delicacy, the volatility of the situation? Is this a thing? Because Spencer had already been on the phone asking me, did I want to sell that watch back? And I just started feeling like, oh man, now this is getting weird. It was just super weird, the price disparity. If he's offering 27 and I sent him a watch worth 30 or 35 or 27, it would have made more sense. But it was just so shocking. Like I'll exaggerate it, okay?
Yeah. Why didn't you offer him another watch?
Because O'Sheen
didn't want another watch. He didn't want a watch with the same value. He wanted a watch
just as shrewd, and on top of being shrewd, he's stubborn. And I think that's at the core of the issue is that people don't understand is that they just want you to pay the money, but you're stubborn as fuck, O'Sheen, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And MLMJ
stubborn, right?
seems O'Sheen.
Thank you, OC. That's the truest thing that came.
That's the truth. Listen, I mean, other people aren't as stubborn as you, and they just wish that you weren't as stubborn like them. But you're not. You're way more stubborn, and that's it.
Right.
Nico or Wizard or whoever was the genius behind the thing tried to fuck me, and I didn't let them. And
you're a stubborn fucker.
And now they're upset.
MLMJ totally £2 seems O'Sheen is the sponsor of this channel tonight. I assure you.
Please, stubborn.
Not yet. Nia, $2. Take it to court. Let the court decide. We got SE. I loved you in the first place. I'm still blocked though. O'Sheen, please unblock SE. He's a super.
I was going through the. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. I'll remind you again. SE. I'll tell you this. SE saved this channel here that I'm running right now.
Okay, SE. I'm looking for you, man.
Yeah, this channel wouldn't exist without SE.
Okay, I'll find you, my friend. I'll find you.
I'll make sure you find it, okay? Because
I'm sorry, I was probably being drilled. SE, just I know it's going to sound like another excuse or whatever. People don't like any defense.
I'll follow up on this.
They call a defensive excuse different.
Because SE, let me just take a picture of that.
I'm just saying that I was probably being hammered that day. I put up a video that I could put my blood and sweat and tears into, literally, especially if it was the Dam Busters one, man. I was out of my mind when I finally got that thing posted. And then I start getting the haters going, stolen valor, and these are lumps of shit, and shitters, everybody, shitters. And I was probably just a little hypersensitive, my friend. I was probably just like, feeling hurt or something. So I probably just hit that block. So I'm going to unblock you, man.
Just
wherever you are. My list of blocks now, man, it's so long. Because of all the shit all Nico's minions. Like I just
and check your WhatsApp because I sent you a background message. We have let me just in the meantime let me get through these super chats because these guys gonna slaughter me. Ben Jemin, £1.79. Champagne lifestyle beer wages. Cheers, Ben. We got Newbie with £2. You said you'll pay Tim $250 to keep Nico off. Pay up. I'll take that in the form of.
That's actually true. That's actually true. I'll give you.
I'll take it in the form of PayPal. No rush. Okay. Nico Leonard, $2. Hard ? Would you fancy me breast milk?
Your latte.
in your latte. Neo, $2. Why do all these people care who owes what money?
Exactly.
Good point. Dirk Diddler Asheen, this is Dirk, your attorney from the Diggler and Associates. The retainer check has bounced. Pay the fucking money, or I go fucking public and call bear. Rolly Mania, £1.79. When you go to court, don't use Lolex's tailor. Good point. It's never going to be on the right size. €5. Paul is a great guy, and Bear spoke the truth. This is really sad. Machine,
Guys, super chat your tough, hard questions, the ones that we didn't ask, the ones that you
where are the heavy hitting questions? I mean, I don't understand. I'm going through the list. I don't. Everyone is saying we're being soft cocked, but I don't see anything heavy hitting.
But
Rene
Tim.
Telepon, $2. Asheen, are you paying Tim the $250? He's gonna do it via PayPal.
Yes, I will.
Because YouTube takes 30%. It's a mess.
That's okay. Yeah, I'll send it to you clean, man.
Thank you. $10 CB Asheen. By keeping up the drama, you're just making it worse for you.
Pay the money.
Probably. Yeah.
To not pay Nico. I wonder what attorney is advising you. Just pay, man, and move on.
No, move on is
very intelligent individual.
Pay is possible. Move on is not possible.
Speedy Alex, $8. When Paul was discussing your character yesterday,
yes,
he was
saying that's a euphemism.
You lack transparency due to infinite number of micro diversions. By the way, Asheen, check the WhatsApp. Check the WhatsApp.
Yeah, I saw it, man.
Oh, you saw it? Okay.
Turn into a fucking.
Okay. Nico Leonard Asheen, where is your $250 super chat for stopping me to come on?
No, I'm gonna send it to him PayPal.
PayPal.
Otherwise,
he
won't get all the money.
He won't be bullied and threatened into paying.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Brown Shovel, $2. By the way, I'm not like Nico. You can take your time. Don't worry about it. Clown,
slow roll Tim. It's no problem.
Slow roll. You can slow roll me. Clown Sheen. Why not fake Nico live now? Good question.
That is a fair question.
Why not fake? Oh, me? I can't.
Yeah.
No, I think he already answered because of his.
We already covered this.
Yeah, attorney. He's litigation.
I mean, I don't want to either. I'll fucking be honest, but Can you imagine the shit fest? I mean, the guy is just a fucking pathological liar. Do you remember he said that I sent a beat up GMT? Can you remember he fucking invented that shit? Was it
the original GMT in great mint condition?
Yes, of course. I mean, that would be. Well, what kind of fucking moron would I be to send a beat up GMT instead? And also,
because you wanted to get paid a high price, but send them a shitty watch.
Oh no! I sent them the real. No, I don't do that shit. I sent them. It was the one I had two, and they're both.
Sent them the shitty one, correct?
No, I sent them the beautiful one.
No, you kept the beautiful one, and you figured, hey, I'm not selling to Wizard. I'm selling to Nico. Nico's not going to fucking care. Pride and Opinion has this big operation where they bring in the watches. They'll see it's a watch that needs to be polished. They'll polish it, and I'll sneak one by them, right?
Pull a fast one on Nico.
Listen, I have two of them. They're not going to know which one. I'll get $17K, and they'll get.
Hey, you know what? I think big
Asheen,
do that all the time.
Okay,
didn't Bob's Watches do that to someone we know? Bob's Watch. Someone bought a watch from Bob's Watches, and Bob's Watches sent like a little bit wrong one, just to see if the person's gonna find out.
So
you don't send a dealer. If you're that kind of person, you don't do it with a dealer. A dealer's going to watch, they're going to have an extra special eye to see.
No, they have a big operation. They're not
that's starting a war.
They got the watch in. They check a box. They go, oh, this needs a polish. Send it for polish. Blah, blah, blah.
I'll tell you one thing. When he made up that bullshit, first of all, that didn't come out immediately, which is just shows you it was total bullshit that he added on later to reinforce this thing, and that's what he does. I've seen the man do it. He had I went on Pride and Opinion website, and they had an older one, a used one, not beat up, but used. And I figured, because somebody said they got on a FaceTime and he showed on the FaceTime live, this is the watch I got.
Yeah.
And they saw that it was beat up. So I was like, well, how did he do that? And then I remembered they had one already on the site, because I went to check, just, so I reckon the measly son of gone pulled the other one out and put it on, because I think he's completely capable of something like that. Absolutely. And he does that before breakfast, no problem. This is the kind of deception and lies and horseshit that comes out of his face. And the quicker, brilliant men who are associating themselves with him realize that, the better it will be for them.
So you kept the crappy one and you sent him the mint condition one.
And his main gripe, and this was a mistake on my part, okay? I said originally to Wizard way back, when I was out having a coffee, I sent him a text of the pieces, and he got a long text of everything that I would consider, selling. And I had said it was 2019, it was in early 2019. Turns out it was December 2018. So it wasn't January or February.
I gotta get to these super chats. Graham R, $5. Jesus Ashin, this is such a shame. Your best watch video maker on YouTube. This is nonsense, and bickering is killing your brand. Mike K, link.
Yeah, you might be right about
Paul
that.
Thorpe, Timmy. Do I drop the link for Paul Ashin?
No, I'm not. Why would we get onto?
We're gonna keep it close. We're gonna keep it close, Paul.
I think I've been pretty clear about everything, and it's going to turn into. I mean, I forgive Paul for being for going low yesterday with the ad hominem attacks on my character, saying that I still think I'm in a band, and I call the viewers fans. The fans call themselves fans. I get messages all the time. Hey, Ush, I'm a huge fan. We're being
accused. Yeah, we're being accused of being your fans and your groupies tonight. So.
No, but you meet these people, you take photos with. I signed a guy's watch at the Spencer's thing. To me, it computes exactly the same. It's not my delusional fantasy, like I'm still.
If there's a delusional fantasist, it's me.
But Paul wanted to do that because he's playing the thing of like, we're all regular people, and Oisin thinks he's better than everyone. Come down to our level. He's going with this narrative because he knows there's a lot of guys out there who think that I think that I'm somehow better than people for whatever reason.
You do think you're smarter than you do think you're smarter, correct?
Well, no, I think I'm smart.
They know that you're smart.
I'm certainly not smarter than my audience, my fans. Excuse me, my fucking fans. I'm not smarter than them. They're extremely smart, all of them, and quite often correct me on details I get wrong in physics and science and watches and various other things. And but I do consider myself a pretty smart person. Sure, I'll say that. Like, I'm not, going to be weird like about that. But the narrative
I never thought you were dumb. Neo, $10. Please don't pay the money. There are 1,200 hours of watched YouTube each week. No new watches. We need this drama, or people will start talking about Rolex.
Nico is getting, of course, paid. He just, as OC said, I'm a stubborn son of a bitch. You push me around, I'll fucking dig my heels. That's what I do. Don't act like a bitch. Don't threaten me. Don't do any of this shit. He's lucky I don't live down the fucking street from him. He's so lucky. Because we have our ways of dealing things.
Sheen, did you move because doxed or for not paying rent?
Well, that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. The Real Nival, $5 super chat, 800 plus viewers. The drama.
Oh, you got 800?
Where are
the super chats? Are they doing up likes
super
and
chats
everything?
And upvotes. Keep them coming, guys.
I need even better than one.
The live. I need to fund this operation. Floodland, $99, $2. Tell us the real reason you moved. I think
I moved because I was doxxed.
You were doxxed.
He's on the record. That's what he says.
In fact, there's actually, I'm thinking of moving, but in New York, the rent is so expensive.
Oh, but hold on.
Like, I think I'll take my risk.
What do people think? Do people think I'm inventing? Do people think I just walked out of my own fucking apartment willy-nilly?
I don't know.
What's the narrative?
No,
the narrative is, I think
people think we're thrown out of it. People think we're thrown out of it. People think
you can't be thrown out of an apartment in Italy.
We can't hear you, Red.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Red. What'd you say? Red. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Run the
People
shrink
think that you're
$2. What is
throwing
the specific plan to pay back money you owe?
He says he doesn't want to pay it back. He's not going
He's
to
going to pay it back through litigation.
I'll pay
Nico
it back. I'll
Leonard,
pay it
back.
£9. Why not face Paul Thorpe live?
He doesn't want to.
Because there's no facing Paul. Myself and Paul had a falling out. Perhaps we'll make up someday and laugh about this and shake hands. I have
Smoke
an
a
affection
cigar.
for Paul. I always have. It's
You wish him
hard.
the best in his future endeavors. You'll always be friends.
No, look, it's not
By the
easy
way-
being Paul's mate in the YouTube space because
Shane.
Paul has a lot of detractors.
Shane,
He has a lot of people who love him, but
have a
there's
question.
detractor. Yeah, go ahead.
Shane, are you gonna get mad at me if I get in on the NFT thing with Paul Thorpe?
No, of course
I want-
not.
I wanna
Go
send
ahead.
Paul
I
some
just
of
don't
my
want to be
pictures.
part of it.
No, I'm just joking.
I wish him the best of British
J
luck. I did.
Kid, J Kid, $5. Exchange money equals loss of journalistic integrity. Just have Nico afterwards. Exactly. We'll have Nico afterwards.
So you're turning down Oshin's offer of $250.
Nico's off.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which one? No, but Oshin said he was going to pay $250.
I'll pay
Oh.
$250 so you don't put him on.
Yeah,
because that
listen,
gives him
you
an
know-
opportunity then to say.
Yeah.
But I guess everybody should
Listen,
speak. So
Listen, you know what? I
The
had.
guy's fucking-
I listen. I mean, it wasn't easy to get Oshin on. I had to call him. I had to schedule it. I had to do all kinds of things to have him on. I said, listen, you know
In
So you
what?
will
in
accept,
fairness-
you will
in
accept
fairness-
payment from Oshin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I'll
can
give
take it or leave it. You know what?
I
don't
will give
care.
you the money. I'll give you the money clean.
You know what? I don't give
you
a
know
fuck.
I'm good for it, man. Because
Yeah, I don't.
already.
You know what?
Yeah.
All I care about is to create a platform where people can come and express themselves and have their opinions heard. Nelson of Oliveira, $10 super chat. Tim, you're having a great live chat money. The other day you said you only had $13 in the bank. Keep it going. Actually, the Googles are coming in tomorrow. This is gonna save my fucking life. I have like $560 on a credit card that I need to pay ASAP. So guys, please, if you can, become members, super chat, help me keep this operation going. DCNLV, $2. Link for Paul Thorpe. Well, look, I mean, if a guest of the day said he doesn't want me to drop the link, then
But
I
in,
can't.
but in
What can I
fairness,
do?
like he really did have his say last night, didn't he? I mean, he went on
He did,
to your
yeah.
thing and he really let it rip. And then he went on
Yes.
Archie and he really let it rip. I forgive you, Paul. There was a lot of
Mhm.
ad hominem stuff, but I'll let it slide because I know you're angry at me for talking about you on the thing. You preempted, by the way, you made, am I wrong, 3 videos? At least 2 videos about me and the situation. I was told by good friends not to watch them. I didn't watch them. Good friends of mine said, you know what, Oshin, don't watch those because you're going to get really mad because he was talking about you and he was, you know, and he said, and then I discovered that he gave out the whole information about the AP offer. And I was like, what is he doing? Like, why is he why is our personal business being strewn across the internet? Last night, by the way, he kept
To be
mentioning-
fair, Oshin, when you said something to the effect of, listen, Paul's a great man, he's a good man, he's a family man, despite of what's going on with his son, wasn't that a little bit over the line?
over the line by saying he was a family man, or
I'm not saying he's a
with his
family man, and
son?
then you kind of said, you know, and regardless of whatever happened with his son.
Why is
Weren't
that
you-
over the line? I said
Weren't
regardless.
weren't you throwing out there that the situation with his son and what happened in the past? As
Yeah,
a little
because
dig- as a digging at
yeah,
him?
because I have always defended him. Because people would write to me and say, "Why are you going on that guy's streams? Why do you have anything to do with that guy? Don't you know?" And I'd be like, "I don't care what his son did. I like Paul. He's my friend, and he's never been bad to me. So go away." And I've done that umpteen times.
So you mentioned that as a compliment in a way.
Not a compliment. It's everybody knows about that shit. That's not a dig from me. Did that come out as a dig? If it did, I apologize. It wasn't a dig.
If that was something that was interpreted as a dig.
No, but he goes on. He talks about his son on his channel, and he says, "I have no power over what my son did. Why people are blaming me for what my son did, I don't understand." And I empathize with that, and I always did. Okay, I think
Right.
Paul got pissed because I said he's a money man, and I think he is. I still think he is. I think he's a good person, and I said that too. But
He's a businessman.
just
He's
said
a
that
businessman.
Me and he are very different. And as Tim mentioned also, there is a line drawn on the internet in watch world between those who are enthusiasts, who are interested in just making nice content and doing all of that stuff, and then the guys who are in the business side of things. Now, I know Paul doesn't deal anymore, but they're all
he's sponsored by
friends. He's all, yeah, and of course his channel is definitely very overtly sponsored by it. So he's very much on that side. So even though he's put down his sword, so to speak, as a watch dealer, he's still a watch dealer at heart. He would admit that. He wouldn't be ashamed of that in any way. So I do think that there is a conflict of interest. I was speaking to a guy earlier tonight, and he was saying, it's funny that all this is happening because at that London watch show that you went to last year, you really looked out of place. You looked out of place. That's not putting anybody down. It was like, why is he here? He's not a trader. He's not one of these dudes. He just makes RT videos with music and he likes his watches. He's not even that much of a watch expert either. So what is he doing here? He's kind of in the wrong milieu, right? He's a fish out of water, so to speak. So that's why I went to all philosophical on my channel about it, because first of all, I want to give my viewers something to listen to. New ears are going to go, who the hell is Paul Thorpe? What is he talking about? So at least I'll, talk about it in a philosophical way, and people can reflect in that way. And I can talk about the falling out of two friends. Will me and Paul kiss and make up eventually? I'm sure we probably will. He's a stand-up guy in many ways, but the guy's a businessman, and I don't think we should avoid that. I'm not. And I think what happened with it bled into the Nico situation.
Yes,
it bled into that, because at first it was like, I've got your back, man. I never liked that dude. If this, this is a direct quote. If shit hits the fan with him, I'm going to support you, and I think most of the watch community will too. And I said, well, that makes me feel better. Thank you so much for that. Then the whole tune changed later, and my belief is business happened. Whether it be just like, I'm not going up against a bigger channel, that guy can crush me. I don't want to, that's also a quote, by the way. Or whether there's something else bubbling, simmering in the background that we don't know about. Whatever it is, the tune changed, and I was waiting for. It's nothing personal. It's only business. So I was waiting for.
Machine, I think you're just as true.
Let me just catch up with these super chats. Trading Profit, member for 3 months as a story editor. Thank you so much, Trading Profit, for being a member. Oshin owed money. Then we got Loose Tooth, $2 confession through projection, Oshin. Dirk Diggler, $2 is Blondie fully shaved. That's a great legitimate question. You don't have to answer that though. Cash Grab Thorpe is an old man leeching off the cartel for relevance in the world which never knew he existed. Dresses like a clown, begging to be seen. The little Spencer to create the appearance of
Neo has that. He has that paragraph saved, and he just does copy and paste.
Has it in the file. Yeah,
has it in the file.
Send it.
Actually, I love the banter between those two guys when they go at each other. It's actually really fucking hilarious and fun.
Now, Sheen, would you say that? I said just said you were a shrewd businessman. I meant that not in a negative way, but don't you also use this I'm the artistic content creator narrative to kind of fit that the contrast?
Well, let's get to it. Well, we'll get to it in a second. Neo, $2. Become a member of timwrite, you cheap fuckers. Come on, guys, please.
Become members, guys.
You wouldn't have survived as a musician and as a rock star.
Subscribe,
if you didn't know how to deal with promoters, if you didn't know how to deal with record companies, with all these guys, right?
Yeah. Well, I've got thick skin, and forget those guys. What about the computer deals? They're fucking hardest.
Now, were you a gray market dealer of computers, a flipper, and you bought
I became one of the top 3 in New York.
So you imported hardware from what third countries?
All over the. No, not necessarily. Quite often it'd be right there in New York, some law firm closing down, and I go over and pick up 40 machines. They never had hard drives.
Stolen goods.
Yeah, not stolen goods. Oh no, that's happened. Stolen goods have come through, and I went through a period
2
I've
euros.
been picked up a
Ray
few
Ray
times for
is
the cops.
Blondie live tonight. This is way more important. We don't know.
I don't think
Jeff-
so. I don't think she is.
No,
She
not
did
tonight,
2
not
back to
tonight.
back. God
Yeah.
bless her.
Jeff 28, $10. Keep the show going. Big Bed Bear can talk to himself on RTC.
Hey, we got Oshin to
channel.
admit that he was laundering stolen computers. What else do you want?
Look,
I mean, I do a
Dirk-
story time on the channel. I have those all in line. Like amazing stories of things that I've gone through in those things. I've been arrested a few times. I've spent plenty of time in cooling my heels in Central Holding in Brooklyn and in Manhattan. I have a pretty dark past with all of that stuff, and some of the stuff will definitely shock you. And whatever these people think they're going to discover about my past that is going to shock the world, I'll shock you guys way more with shit I'll actually tell you. So try that for size.
Dirk Diddler, $2. Oh, she reminds me not to hire you as my
I'm terrible.
Terrible. Defense attorney. Pavel, $2. Link Paul so we can see Ocean pull a runner.
I gotta go.
Emily Martin, £1.79. Guys,
there's a lot of feelings in the air with
men's
Paul, so
IWC watch. It's a big pilot chrono. Let's go around the panel. Ooh, a Portugueser, full solid gold, bang per buck, right there. OC.
I'm not a fan of IWC, but I'll just go with a regular big pilot.
Neo, $2. Become a member of timwrite. You cheap fikers, please. Come on, guys. Upvote.
Cheap bookers.
Cheap bookers.
Yeah,
Holy Panda, £2. Oshin, love your channel content. You're a good man.
thank you, Holy.
JT, $5. Tim, in my honest opinion, your pre-show has become the main show. Well done. Well, JT, why don't you become a member? Please help me in this endeavor. Ray, 2 euros is Blondie. I think I covered this one. She might not be on, unfortunately. Carolyn Martin, $5. Paul was selling watches live today. Give me a break. Ooh,
market crash, so you'd have to do everything to try and sell.
Is that correct?
He's trying to help his friend out. Yes, he was on Spencer. He does a little, it's like a QVC kind of thing. He's like showing the watches that Spencer has. I don't see any harm in it. That's their business. That's
cool.
Well, anyway.
Jamie Thorpe, former fake watch dealer, $2. Every family has a black sheep or two. I am in mine.
That's a tough personal situation. Come on. It's family. It's Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, come on, guys. CB, $5. Timmy, you milked the cow enough. Leave some for the pontiff. Is it time to make space? Hey, CB, come on. Help me out, man. At least become a member. CB, I'm trying to help the pontiff as much as I humanly can. I'm dying here. You understand? Until today, there was nothing. Delmore, $5. Red Shovel knows the truth. Very quiet.
Truth?
OC.
Tell us, Red Shovel.
Disappointing.
The truth?
Yes.
The truth is that Oshin had plenty of opportunities to kill this dead and didn't.
Those are facts. Nobody's denying that. Okay, next.
Yeah, but I don't understand why you wouldn't want to kill something like this dead. I would.
Yeah, I mean, look, if I could go back in time, I definitely would have done it differently. That's for fucking sure. Definitely. Paul wants to pick a fight. Don't pick a fight, man. Defend your name. I've been defending your name, dude, tonight. If you didn't notice, I've been defending you.
All for 10 pounds. I'm here, ready, waiting, and willing. Just can't. I just want the right to defend my name. Yes, we get that.
You just did it last night for 4 or 5 hours, man. You can do it again now on AC3.
Right.
By the way, I didn't not reply to your last message, dude. I just never listened to it because I got to a point where I realized that Nico had everybody by the short and curly. So sorry, go ahead.
Bright Blue Comet, $1.99. Sign up to be a timwrite member before you go. Yes, it's easy to do. So, I think Tim and I are being accused from both sides. Why are you being Oshin's lawyer tonight? And then the other people are, how come you're being so hard on Paul Thorpe? So I think that's a sign that we've probably got it right if both sides are complaining? Is there something other than, there's so many things that obviously Oisin, you wish you could do over again. Is there anything else that you want to share about gremlins that may come out of the woodwork claiming this or that, something you want to get ahead of, or
well, the landlord shit? That's just
anything.
shit. That's shit. That's trying to smear someone. They don't even know any details about that. This guy here in Venice, if I tell them what that guy was doing, he was engaged in heavy illegal activity.
What about New York? You weren't evicted in New York, or was that your girlfriend was evicted? What was going on there?
You want me to tell the story? That was like 12.
No, just real briefly.
Real briefly.
Were you evicted? Yes or no?
I was renting a full apartment. The landlord decided to rent her apartment and move into the other room with her boyfriend. I said, no, that's not the deal. And they just strong-armed me and moved in and did it. And I was left on the other side of the apartment. And I was like, excuse me, what am I supposed to do? The only leverage you have as a tenant against corrupt landlords is rent. So that's how you do it. If anybody gets pushed around by a landlord, that's your power. That's your only power. You write the checks, you put them in an envelope, and you say they're there.
And that's the same leverage and power that you're. And that's the same leverage and power that you're employing in this case with Nico. You've got the money, he wants it, so just
no. It's not that. I was paying him. Remember, it went from 42 down to 9. That's called progress. Mother of sweet Jesus Christ. It's called progress. When you're at 9, you have the finish line in sight. But he decides to throw his toys out of the pram at the last fucking minute. And people let him. And that's the disappointing part. Man, I respected, fucking let him.
Can we get
see, this is why I don't want to get it, because I don't want to fucking get it like irate and crazy. Thank God I'm not really drinking tonight, because a huge wrong has been done. Many people have done less to me and met other faiths in New York, guys. Okay, so let's not fuck around here. These guys think this ain't a joke. My life is not a joke. And you can't fucking push me around. You call me and threaten me on the phone in the middle of the night. Some guy calls me and says, you're dead, man, and so on. I was like, you know what I said to the guy? Come. I'll be here waiting.
And everyone is just brushing it off. Hey,
everyone's like, "Oh, pay him! Hey, you know what I do? You know what I do in my new apartment? You know what I do in my new apartment, guys? What I do when I did it, I noticed myself doing.
Kills me.
Can I talk? Can I talk? Because I'm going soon. I noticed myself doing it again today. When I come in the door, when I'm opening the key of the door, I look left and right to see if anyone sees where I am. How much do you fucking owe me for that? Because you put me in that.
That's a good point.
So everybody fucking better know that this is no stupid joke, and it's not about stupid money. It's not about money anymore, guys. And it hasn't been for a while. So stop with the nonsense. Anybody like thinking this is heavy shit. What went down was heavy shit. And I'm fucking appalled that men who claim to be of higher stuff in the watch industry let that happen and watch that happen. Oh yeah, their idea was pay him. Their idea wasn't why is he fucking going raging? You're paying the dude. It's too slow. Okay, it's too slow. You haven't run away with his money. Far from it. So why is he behaving this way?
Had cash problems.
They stood back because they're afraid of the guy. They're afraid of the guy for some reason.
Ooh.
It's the only explanation that can come. Why would Paul change his tune from one thing to another? Maybe because he thought then I was undependable. He got all these signals. Oh, he owes Spencer as well. And what's he doing with that watch? Oh, maybe Oisin isn't the guy I thought he was. Okay, then he made that call. And maybe that was the beginning of the break between the two of us. It was unnecessary. The guy was being paid. We had the finish line in sight. And all of this shit was thrown out there. Paul mentioned it many times yesterday. This should have never been public. He's absolutely right. And who fucking made it public?
I think that's a great place, Tim, to close and invite Nico on now. Nico or Paul to come.
I'll tell you right now, guys, I won't be watching any of it.
Okay.
I won't be watching any of it. So if Nico or Paul tries to give me a message through the screen, it will not be
Drop
heard.
the link for Nico and or Paul Thorpe, they are welcome on.
But I forgive you,
Oisin
Paul.
will-
I forgive you, Paul. I forgive you. I hope you forgive me. And someday we'll shake hands again and have a drink and laugh it all off. Okay,
Oisin, you're welcome to stay on until one of them decides to join.
Nico and Paul are both on.
I
are
should
both on
probably
Archie's
go.
stream.
I should probably go anyway. Now I'm getting angry and I'm realizing everything. People mistake my composure for ease. I've just been through a month of utter hell, guys, and it's not letting up. You know what I mean? So just because I sit here fixing my hair, looking like there's nothing happening, no, I'm extra. My friends are worried about me. They're worried about my mental health right now. What I'm going through. I wake up in the morning to phone calls, texts, shit messages. Then of course there's all the trolls, all the these dudes too, and it's a lot. And
Before you go, can you explain the infamous voicemail over the infamous conversation that you had with Nico, where you did say, and I would love to understand what you were thinking when you said, "You have 48 hours to go public, or I'll go public." What exactly? And you don't want me to go public? That kind of doesn't. What exactly was going through your mind when you were challenging him to basically like, "Hey, go public with all this"?
Don't stop with your threats. I don't believe in threatening. Just do or don't do. The threat is stupid. So you want to threaten me? Bring it on. Do it. In fact, now I want you to do it. That's the way I approach bullies. That's the way I approach people who threaten. I come at them head on. I'm not fucking standing by. I feel like Archie right now. I'm like, no, but I come at them head on, and I won't tolerate it. And in the interim, in that whole time when all that shit was going on, I had my investigators do stuff on Nico and found out a lot of stuff. That's what I meant. I was like, I'll go fucking public on you. Don't throw threats around, dude. Stand down and be a bloody gentleman, and we can sort this out calmly. You want to go postal? I'll go postal. So you don't want me to go postal either. So that's what it was. But then at the time, I still thought I was dealing with somebody who was somewhat rational. What I discovered about this person since then, and the whole time along, this is not a rational dude. He's capable of absolutely anything. And if anybody associates themselves with him, it's only a matter of time. There, you see, I threw in a little thing there. It's only a matter of time before that guy and his madness. What do you think he had to run out of bloody Holland? By the way, this is all on the side. Doesn't really matter what he did because that, but it's worth noting, you might say. In the same way people are saying it's worth noting that Oisin told his landlord 12 years ago to go fuck herself with her stupid idea. It's worth noting. But anyway, look, I'll pull out stuff about my past and you'll all be like, holy shit, we didn't, and it'll flatten all the other silly bullshit smearing rumors people think they have on me. Good luck to you. I have way bigger shit. Way bigger. Good night, guys. Thanks for having me on. Sorry I got a little irate at the end.
Hey, it's so cool. It's so cool.
And thanks for having me on and giving me an opportunity to speak. And, maybe we won't speak about this ever again. Or maybe the lads will come in and dig themselves even deeper into this bullshit. And there's a person on the screen who won't stand for it. If I've proved anything to anyone at this point, I won't fucking take any bollocks from anyone. That's how you anger me. Remember, I was going to send the dude the money when I thought he admitted that he ripped, but it turned out he ripped someone else off. That it was out of context.
Okay, cool.
All right, guys. Bye. Thanks, guys. See you, Red. See you, Red. No hard feelings, man.
Okay.
Take care, Oisin, and I hope to see you sometime soon. Again.
Yes, my friend.
Take care, man.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Let me just go through these super chats before we start wrapping up the show. Brown Shovel.
Red, your reaction to Oisin's interview.
Well,
let me read the super chat, and then we're gonna have Red react. Red Shovel $2, Coward and the Thief. Delmore $5, Narcissistic Liar. It's clear as day. Does not take rocket science. Hard words there.
At the end of the day, we were asking questions and he was answering them. So if that's what you got out of the answers, then we did our job.
for all the criticism, I mean, guys, I'm sorry. You tried running a show. I mean, I had a guest on. He had certain limitations for me, and he said he would not come in other. Would you rather guys have no show, or would you guys rather have some kind of show? So I apologize the way it went. If it wasn't up to your expectations, but I had to work within the limits that I was presented with. So I'm sorry. Thank you. I mean, thank you guys for watching. I really, really appreciate it. This is the best. This is what I could do. I mean, what do you want me to bring Nico on and then Asheen leave and then never come back again and answer any more of your questions? I mean, come on, guys. Come on.
Anyone to ask a super hard question. They could have asked any question they wanted.
Yeah, and you guys had full freedom to ask any question you wanted. Asheen was answering every single super chat. Here we go. Greg ABC, thank you so much for $2. I really appreciate it. Lone Snake, how wet are Tim's panties from talking to Hero Asheen? They're not wet at all. Gotta tell you. Speedy Hernandez, $2. Timmy, you have something brown on your nose. What? Look, I mean, what do you?
Completely unfounded. Completely unfounded.
I'm dealing within the parameters that, let's get this, Horace, this, and Jace Gray Sweater. They were very patient in the background.
You guys were watching this. Was Tim was OC a disgrace, and was Tim soft?
Let me just read this one, and then we'll see what. First, we'll hear from Red Shovel, then this, then Jay Gray Sweater. Daz and Joanne, 9 pounds. Thank you so much for your support. Asheen got played by the Wizard at a time he had overschedule due to the constant cartel Rolex investment hype to encourage their sales of watches before the market crash when Rolex are in stores again. Due to the constant cartel. What do you want? You're on both streams.
Boot him if he's on both streams.
He's on both streams. Yeah.
Completely disrespectful.
Okay, let's have Red. Red, please react.
Okay, I think it's very clear that both you, Tim, and OC would fall very much on Osheen's side. You are fans. No, just let me finish.
Stop right there. I'm not a fan of...
You are a fan. Tim, you are. Tim, you don't like Nico.
Look, I'll admit this. I have more in common. I have more in common with Asheen than I have with Paul Thorpe. I'm not a watch dealer. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm more on the entertainment side. I like to do shows talking about watches. Okay. So I'm guilty. Guilty as charged, Red. Guilty. I am on the entertainment side of the wristwatch community. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me get back to my point. You didn't ask the right questions there. You
were on the show, Red. What questions did you want us to ask?
Well, you used to it was clear. Like I was trying to ask some questions, but you were pseudo defending them every.
Well, no.
Chance you got.
We were asking questions.
Right now, I will have Asheen on tomorrow again, and
I
we will ask those tough questions. What are the questions?
I understand why you didn't bring Nico on, right? I understand.
I couldn't.
I know that. That would have been a good. No, that would have been a good idea. And
what can I do?
I think
it's like if you came to me and said, "I'm gonna come here, but you cannot allow this this on," and I will say, and I make an agreement. Okay, fair. You okay? I'll let you on. This cannot come on. And then when you're on, I let this on. You will be like, "What the fuck is this?" We had an agreement. Okay, I had an agreement with Asheen that I'll keep it small, okay? And he said like when guests come on, just let me know and I'll let you know if I'm in the mood to talk to them.
Well, that's him.
That was an agreement I had.
That's him controlling it just a little bit.
That's out of my control. I apologize. Okay, that is just something that
he came across a little.
I have to work with the parameters of a guest.
He came across a little bit of a victim, right? But what the main point is, he had weeks, if not months, to kill all of that dead. And why did he not just pay the money so that it wasn't blown out of all proportion?
He said there are two reasons. Number one, he didn't have the money. He's not short on cash. And number
Right.
2, stubborn as fuck.
But
What he said.
no,
You-
no,
you-
that's
you
not
can
an
accept
excuse.
that or not
Being
accept.
stubborn's not an excuse. No, being stubborn. He had a perfect doubt when Paul Thorpe offered him that deal as such on the
That
AP.
deal was shit deal.
No, I don't think for a second that Paul Thorpe would have fucked him over on that AP. Paul's got too much to lose in terms
Why
of
would
his
I
channel.
give somebody? Why would I give somebody $100,000 watch to hold as collateral for $27,000?
Well, why didn't he offer then? Why didn't he offer something then that was worth 30,000?
He didn't want to pay Nico back. That's why he doesn't want to pay. He doesn't want to pay Nico back.
Well, then I have no sympathy for anything that's happened to him.
But that's his position. You can't get mad at us for his position. O'Sheen's position is, hey, fuck this guy. I'm not going to pay him back.
Well, what was the point then? Like having them on, even just leave it then. Just stop talking about it.
But why not? Why not ask him the questions and let him answer?
He didn't really, he didn't really give anything new that wasn't talked about 3-4 weeks ago.
Okay, well
there
then
was nothing more there.
Okay, well then you can run your own YouTube show and not invite guests on, but Tim wanted to invite him on, so he was on. He asked questions and he answered them. If you had tougher questions, you had more than enough opportunity to ask them.
Yeah, and I did ask, why did he not? If everything that's happened that has been so bad, and that he's getting phone calls and he's looking in rooms, like when he's walking in, he had a chance to avoid all of that. He had a chance. He knows what the internet's like.
And he said if he could do it over again, he wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
But why not just pay the money now?
It's not Jesus. How many people are going to go back to that over and over and over again? He's explained it. He doesn't want. He feels like he was fucked over, doxxed, bullied, threatened, and he doesn't want to pay the guy. That's it. You can accept that or not accept it. That's the
bank for his legal fees.
Jay, talk to me. Talk some sense.
Well, he's keeping money in the bank for his legal fees because of what happened to him. He's already gone down that road, right? He admitted to that. He has 4 lawyers, he said.
It's quite possible, yeah. I mean, he says that he's going to let the litigation settle what his debts are.
And I'll say this:
Correct.
if anybody wants to come on the show and give us an example, or type in the chat an example of a hard question, which you had more than ample opportunity to share, feel free. We gave him an opportunity to speak. He spoke. Now you can judge him based on his answers.
Yeah.
You can
drop the link.
Paul and Nico still willing to come on?
Everyone is still free to come on. And look, I gotta tell you, it's a very interesting situation. Paul G says everyone's waiting for Tim to grow a spine, but I don't know what can I do. We can either have a conversation with O'Sheen and hear his side of the story, or there could be no conversation. And you tell me, right?
So now we've heard O'Sheen's. Now we need to hear the other side.
Paul and Nico are welcome to jump on. Drop the link. They can come on.
Well, the link is down, and they're free to jump on.
They're free to jump on.
Also, I'm gonna also contact Nico and Paul, and we can continue this conversation tomorrow. We'll see where it goes. I think one important development that we heard today was the litigation, that O'Sheen is going to take it to litigation. He's going to let the courts decide, because I got to tell you, it's I think that O'Sheen should have a talk with Nico, or maybe Nico should reach out to O'Sheen and say, listen, I'm going to honor the first olive branch that my associate gave you, because O'Sheen came back to because Nico came back to O'Sheen and said, no, you owe me 11,000. I think you should reach out. He should say, well, I'm going to honor the first olive branch, and because I doxed you, I'm going to give you a second olive branch as an apology, and we'll settle at 7,000 and let O'Sheen decide from that point. I will get the captain super chat. Captain, thank you so much. You should have pressed him more on the landlord issue. His response was the landlord was shady. Well, Captain, why couldn't you super chat this question at the time?
No, but what? How is that a gotcha? I mean, listen, he says the landlord was shady. Okay, well, you can either agree, think that's a lie or not a lie. O'Sheen said, listen, this was years and years and years ago. Well, maybe the records reflect that this was from 2019. So maybe it wasn't all that long ago. So you can put two and two together and determine what was truthful and what wasn't
think some
truthful.
people are trying to say that O'Sheen is using the doxing as a kind of a thing to get out of paying his landlord, but I don't think his landlord gives two shits about his channel. So I don't know. Maybe that landlord is shady, and maybe landlord is a shady guy who's trying to use this situation to get O'Sheen to pay him. I don't know. Honestly, the whole landlord situation thing. I gotta tell you, as a renter, my landlord is fucking shady as they fucking get. They're my parents.
I'm a
They're
landlord
assholes.
myself, and I'm shady.
They're cunts, okay? Speedy Hernandez, $5. When you owe somebody money, you can't complain of being bullied when they get pissed that you stole from them. I think the complaint was that they weren't that Nico wasn't clear about how much the debt was. When at the time of the doxing, O'Sheen already sent one watch and like 20 something thousand, but Nico said that he hasn't paid anything. So he made.
Do you see the time of the doxing? Do you see the time of the doxing, which definitely happened, right? That was the time that O'Sheen should have sent the money. That was the time. That was his key.
Mm-hmm.
If you're smart, when the other side as such does something that bad to you, is when you just send the money and then you put the other side completely on the wrong foot.
That's what put him over the edge. That's what put him over the edge.
Yeah, but what you've got to do in life is to reverse that and make that your main advantage. Then make it just by sending the money, and then you're golden. Then you are all the other bad stuff that you might have done in that in that situation sort of gets forgotten about a little bit more. So if someone does something really bad on you, and you maybe owe them money or need to do something, that's the point we hit them with the money, and then you have the golden ticket then in terms of the doxing, and then people will more so be on your side. The fact that he fucked them over and didn't send the money.
Are there biker gangs in Northern Ireland?
Is there what, sir?
Biker gangs.
Biker gangs? No. We just have gunmen. So we do.
Let's read these comments from Boston Collector here, because they kind of and we'll react to them. So Boston Collector says, I have the real info. The real questions are, Nico backed out of the deal because he agreed to the deal with Wizard as a favor. Once he found out it was O'Sheen, Nico wanted to get a better deal. Well, that doesn't make sense, because the watches actually went up in value. So it would make sense for O'Sheen to want to get the better deal, because the watches had actually gone up in value from the time where he negotiated the deal with Wizard. O'Sheen got dragged along and then found out it was Nico behind the deal, then tried to change the terms. And I think O'Sheen admitted that. Being shady at the price point, or shaky at the price point, O'Sheen felt that he should have been given more. I think O'Sheen admitted that listen, I wanted to squeeze these guys for more money and renegotiate after 10 weeks. I think he admitted that. Correct, Tim? I mean, I think he's acknowledged that.
Yeah.
Number 3, I think we covered this one already. Which one is number 3? Boston.
Number 3. There's number 2. O'Sheen got dragged along.
We got that one. Yeah.
Then found out it was Nico behind the deal. Then tried to change the terms, with the deal being shaky at the price point. O'Sheen felt that he should have been given more time.
Yeah.
And then we got 3. Did Nico really tried to make good on the deal? Did he try to squeeze Oisin for more money?
I think they were both trying to take
Or
advantage of the renegotiation. Yeah.
did Roman step in and tell Paul and Nico to side with dealers against Oisin because we know Nico and Roman are in business together?
We do know that. Yeah.
Bosom
5.
buddies.
Was it the money of Roman and YouTube revenue that made Paul, Spencer, Roman come to Nico's aid, even though Nico was in the wrong for doxing and backing out the deal?
These are all good points. They're not really questions for Oisin, but I don't think we take issue with any of this, right?
No. So it goes $5 super chat. If Nico apologized for doxing, Oisin likely would have paid. Well, not only would he have paid, if Nico never doxed him, he would have been paid long time ago, I think. Now it's up to the courts to decide. And Daz and Joanne, British flag, £4.49. I watched you guys in Miami and Vegas. I felt the cartel threatened him and Red Shovel badly. They didn't want you guys with them. The split started back then. Mind exploded. Well, that's what Red Shovel said.
Well, it did. I knew like when I was in the plane to Vegas that all was not going to go well.
Mm-hmm.
You
Tell
could
us about
sense it.
that.
You predicted it.
Well, I didn't really need to predict it because it was already, there was already things that had been planned with, Paul Thorpe and, they were going to include Tim, and then all of a sudden they didn't include Tim. So you knew that something was already happening, but you got vibes from everyone online that it was, that it was worse than even, I think even Tim thought like at one stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it was clear that they
It was
didn't.
baked in cake, and Red Shovel could smell it.
Yep, that's right.
Red Shovel had a lot of people had a lot of people like reached out to me that they got bad vibes because what happened was, you know what happened? I was left out some kind of a promo ad for Vegas
Yeah.
Strip. Everyone
Yeah.
knew I was going to be at the Vegas Strip, yet I was left out of the picture. Ghosted, forgotten. And people called it out. And I think from there, it just got worse and worse. And like the gray market dealers couldn't keep it a secret. Dirk, wait, this one, did I read this one? Yep.
Yep, got that one.
Dirk Diggler, $2. OC, you disappointed me today, man.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know what you thought I could have asked. I got Oisin to admit that the main reason behind this was actually money troubles, right?
Money troubles. He was broke as pocus.
He was broke as pocus. I got him to admit that it was a low blow to bring, I called Oisin out on the low blow, bringing up Paul Thorpe's son. Yeah, he said it was a backhanded compliment. You can judge that. You can judge that how you want.
But
so
how is he broke if he has all those watches? How can he be
you have
broke?
to sell them, but you don't want to sell the watches at a loss, do you?
Well, he mightn't necessarily be selling them at a loss. If you owe money, you have to pay it with whatever assets that you have. And if you have to take a few pounds less in life on a debt, you pay your debt. Now,
what if someone burns your house down, Red? Do you still pay him?
how did they
Right.
burn his house down?
Well,
I didn't
because
get
they
that.
damaged Oisin's reputation. They damaged Oisin's reputation. They
Yes, but
attacked.
yeah, but
He lost.
What,
He lost.
what you have to do is that situation should never have got. He was offered many times, and whether you think Nico's right or whether you think Oisin's right, the bottom line when it comes to speaking about Oisin, he was offered several lifelines of which he didn't take, and none of this would have blown up or been in the public domain if he had taken those lifelines. If I had been in that situation, and if I had an asset, one watch, and someone said to me, "Here, there is the 27,000 that you need, and just give me the watch, and as soon as you pay it back, I will give you the watch back." Why did he not do that? Why would
I
you not
think
do
because
that?
because they attacked his reputation. Because
No, but no, this is before. No, this is
he
before
lost
anyone knew. This is
sponsorships.
before. No, this
Oh.
is before anyone knew about it. Why did he not take up Paul Thorpe's deal? Why did?
Because there was a shit deal.
No, how was it a shit deal? As far as I
Paul
understand,
Thorpe was going to give him 20,000 something
Yeah.
for a $100,000 watch, and Paul
Yeah.
Thorpe was going to hold on to it. How is that a good deal?
no. Paul was gonna, as far as I understand it, Paul was gonna hold the watch until O'Sheen paid back the money, right?
Yeah,
and
but
then just give him the
but
watch back.
but it's a $100,000 watch, and he's going to hold it until Oshin pays $20,000 debt. I mean, how is that a good deal? That's a shit deal.
Well,
Come
he
on.
should have offered like another. He should have offered. He should have.
He should have
took
said,
that license.
hey, Paul Thorpe should have said, hey, do you have equivalent collateral, like let's say a Batgirl?
Yeah.
Let me hold on to your Batgirl, and I'll give you $20,000 to. I'll let you borrow $20,000, whatever the market value of this watch is. Okay, and then when you pay back, you can pay me back. But he didn't. He said, let me hold on to a watch that's worth 5 times of what I'm letting you borrow. Like, what kind of a deal is that? I don't get it.
It's the common deal. Go to a pawnbroker with your Rolex. And see
Yeah,
what
exactly.
you
It's a
get.
pawnbroker deal. And that's why Oshin, I think, got pissed off, because he was like, this is a pawnbroker deal. This is not a friendly deal. This is a shit deal.
I still think to avoid. I have managed in life to avoid many situations and help other people out
I
of
think Paul Thorpe should
avoiding
not
get-
have asked whether Paul Thorpe should not have even offered this deal, because this was a shit deal. Okay.
No, I think he was trying to stop all this happening. And if Ocean had been smart, he would have maybe taken that deal, and no one would be talking about this now.
Red,
And
Red, I agree with you that if this were just a straight up deal, I gave you the watches, you pay me the money, this would have been so easy, right?
Yeah,
But it wasn't. It wasn't an easy situation.
I know it's very common.
So I mean, so everybody's saying like just pay the money you owe, pay the money you owe, pay the money you owe. I get it. If this were a normal deal where, I sold the watches or I bought watches and I owed money, then but it wasn't. It was a fucked up deal all the way around.
Yeah,
And it got
it was
more
shit
convoluted, and you had shrewd businessmen and shrewd watch seller, both shrewd, trying to renegotiate and manipulate and squeeze and get the most out of everything and leverage everything. Oshin, listen, to his credit, he takes advantage of his fame and his popularity and his YouTube presence to get the most that he can get for his watches, and the dealers want to get the most they can get. So both of them came to a head, and that's why it wasn't easy.
Yeah, I agree that it was a fucked up deal, but when fucked up things happen, you have to look at the easiest way out of it, and you have to look at the best way out of it to limit the damage to yourself at the other end. I don't think O'Sheen done that. I
don't think he gives a fuck. To be honest, I think he's completely out of control. Dirk Diddler, $2. OC, you're a politician.
I'm not.
No comment. I gotta tell you guys, it's a very, very peculiar situation. But you know what's even more peculiar? I'm 6 members away from unlocking a new emoji, and come on guys, become members. I'm actually going to reimburse. Become members. I really need more members, because I want to unlock the next emoji. And if you become members, I'll PayPal you your money back for the next 2 months. So please consider becoming a member, guys. The link is in the chat.
I think you should start a diplomatic service training. You and OC.
What kind? I think people say the word
diplomatic.
Look,
Diplomatic.
tomorrow.
You
Tomorrow,
don't be a politician,
Paul
be a
Thorpe or
diplomat.
Nico can
Always.
come on and they can have their own say.
They're both in
I
Archie's
can't
now
control-
talking anyway. They're both in Archie's now talking something
Okay.
anyway. So God
Alright.
only knows what to say.
So
In
they can
fact,
have their they have their say there. So I mean, I don't know what can I do. If I let them on, Oshin would leave. What can I do? I mean, people say like as if this was a cage, as if
No, you
I
did
can
everything you
control
could.
who's on the channel. If Oshin
think-
said, "Do not let them on," or I will
think-
leave, what the fuck can I do?
I think, Tim, it just came across slightly, and I say slightly, that both you and OC are more. You're more fully on the side of O'Sheen.
Well, you
That's
were
fair.
there. Why weren't you saying anything, huh?
I did say.
What did
I
you
did
say?
ask him. I asked him why he didn't take the deal, or the lifelines that were offered to him, and he didn't really answer it right, because
Because it was a
he's-
fucking shit deal.
It was a shit
That's why
deal,
he didn't take it. It was
but-
shit deal.
but he's got an even shitter deal out of it now, in that he's on a moment
Dude,
and
okay,
not quite right.
Tim.
Red.
Tim.
If I had money trouble, okay.
Tim,
Yes, Jay. Okay, Jay, just give me a second. Okay, Red, you're a
Archie
friend of mine,
has
right? You're a
almost
friend.
5. No,
Hold on, Jay. Red, are you a friend? Are you a friend of mine?
Yes.
Okay. If I had money problem, if I owed someone $20,000, and I said,
Mhm.
Red, I'm desperate. I need help. I need $20,000. Can you help me?
Yeah.
What would you say?
No.
Okay. All right. So you would have said no.
No.
Go fuck
Hold on.
yourself. All right.
No. I think that the deal that
I
Paul
thought you were a
offered
friend.
him, I think the deal that Paul offered him was a good deal to get out. You got to remember, at that stage, Paul,
Tim,
from what I can
Just-
hear, or
Men
from
are
what I
talking.
can
Just
listen,
give us a second.
was sort of hearing other things, that O'Sheen perhaps owed money to other people and things like that.
But the only other people that he supposedly owed money to was Spencer, and Spencer's all paid off.
Well, I think that it did O'Sheen.
All right, well, okay.
I might be
Red,
getting
you
this
wouldn't
wrong.
let me borrow 20,000 from you. Okay, let me ask OC. OC. Are you a friend of mine?
Listen, I'm going to say that Paul Thorpe acted nobly and honorably by offering O'Sheen was trying to be a mediator and an intermediary between those two. I think he wasn't trying to profit from it.
He wasn't trying to profit?
Well, he wasn't trying to profit. He wanted to make sure that Nico got paid and that Spencer got paid. He was looking out for both his friends also at the same time. But he didn't do anything wrong. And even O'Sheen admitted that Paul's intentions were good and that he wasn't that he didn't have a friendship.
Why not just take the deal then? Why not just take the deal? Why not just?
Because he didn't want to owe Paul. He wanted to have leverage over Nico. That's why he didn't like Nico.
I know he doesn't like Nico, but if I don't like someone that I owe money to, I would still pay them. I wouldn't let it get to this stage where I'm having to move apartments. I'm getting calls in the middle of the night from people. He has brought on all that himself by not doing the right thing. Now, I know the deal was fucked up and he might have had money troubles at the time, but he was given a lifeline and he should have taken the lifeline.
That's a shit lifeline.
The lifeline might have been shit in terms of monetary value, but the thing was, if
you could have gotten a better lifeline by taking a few of his watches and taking
why didn't
them
he do that
to
then? Why did he do that?
what's it
If you're
called?
asking-
Wait. He could have gotten a better lifeline by going to a pawn store, pawning.
But why didn't he do that then? If you owe money, you take the assets that you have, pay
You
the
know
money.
what?
But
I think it's because
why do
he
you
was
ask him
really
these questions?
shitted off by the way he was treated. Cam, what do you want?
So, OC, first of all, yesterday, you remember when you told me that I embarrassed myself in front of Paul Thorpe?
Yeah, you embarrassed yourself in
This
front
is
of Paul
what you
Thorpe
did.
by
This is what you
acting
actually
like
did
an
today.
idiot.
This is what you actually did today in front of 800 people, and now people on the panel and the comments.
No, you disagree with the questions that I asked.
Super
all
chat.
That's all different than what you did.
Why didn't you ask any questions, Cam?
What?
Why
you
didn't
wouldn't let
you
me
ask
on.
any legitimate questions? That's
Yeah.
You were in the
that's
chat.
the real
You were in
question.
the chat. Where were your questions?
Yeah. What were your questions?
You would. There's 800 people there. It went through.
Yeah, and when were they?
What
What
was the
questions?
one question that you wanted to ask
Speedy-
that we didn't ask?
You
Yeah.
were supposed to ask him, OC. Look,
What
No,
we're trying to ask.
Cameron, don't fucking weasel out of it.
Don't try to get around it now. You
Questions that
embarrassed
you
yourself.
wanted to
You were
ask.
supposed to do your
Everyone
job.
is so good at asking questions.
Yeah.
Everyone
you
was
were
there.
Exactly.
Could have
Look,
asked the
can I
question
talk?
that
Can
they
I
wanted,
please talk?
and
Can I
nobody
please
did.
talk?
And now it's like you didn't ask the hard question.
Tim,
What's the fucking hard
Tim,
question?
look. This is not good. This isn't funny. This has ruined your credibility from now on.
The only credibility that was ruined was your credibility yesterday, Cam. Speedy Hernandez, $5. Breakdown. Tim did nothing wrong by sticking to the terms he agreed to with Asheen, but he's a bit too sweet on Asheen and won't take a principled stance.
I mean, what is it? What question did you want us to ask?
I don't. This is the thing, right? All these fuckers, they say you were soft cock. You didn't ask the hard question. What is the hard question? Where are the hard questions?
Exactly. I asked him about why did he bring up Paul Thorpe's son. I asked him. I said, "Listen, weren't you really broke as fuck? You didn't have the cash. That's the real reason you were slow rolling, correct? Wasn't I the one who brought up the landlord issue first? Didn't I say, listen, guys are saying that you're not paying your bills. Do you want to grip? I'm the one who brought up all these things proactively. Come on, guys, get a fucking grip. You had your chance to ask all the hard questions. There were no questions coming through the chat. I think Captain Kirk had a couple of good questions that we probably could have posed, but other than that, we gave Oshin the rope. He either hanged himself or he escaped. That's all on him. We just asked some questions.
Right.
You can be the judge of his credibility. You can say, listen, he wasn't.
You give him the OC. You give him the rope to climb out of prison. That's basically what you did.
He didn't climb out of anything.
And tomorrow I will give the rope to Nico. Nico wants to come on. He's free to come on. But I mean, Nico can jump on the live stream right now. Where is he?
Yeah, where's Nico? Where's Paul Thorpe now?
Where are they?
They're going on the show where they don't get the hard questions.
Link for Nico.
That's what they're doing.
What can I do? I mean, what am I supposed to do?
I'm gonna jump on the Archies and say to them to come over. Or no. And Nico's away there now anyway.
The point is,
on that show, it's all interruption by super chat, and it's all about personalities and the whack pack. Here's where we're actually asking the hard questions.
The point is, is that everyone wants this to be some kind of a magical fucking show where everything goes according to their specifications. But the point is, when you do it that way, what happens? You don't get anything. Okay, there will be no Sheen. There will be nothing.
When Diane Sawyer agrees to interview a celebrity, they say, "Listen, here are the terms. Here are the questions you're allowed to ask."
And I'm upfront with my terms. It's not like I hit the ball. I didn't hide the ball. I said upfront, Sheen is pending litigation. Okay, he cannot talk to these people live because it will be used against him in court. He doesn't want to. It doesn't matter. Maybe that's not true. Maybe not. But that's what he says. He doesn't want to talk about it. All right? So you can take it as it is. What do you want me to put them despite his request?
Here's a hard question. Go back to that question. Let's
JT, $5. Tim, AC3 and Bear are talking about imposing sanctions upon you after today's Asheen interview. They're threatening you by your rising viewership.
Here's a supposed
I love
question.
You, JT. JT, come on, man. Become a member. Please.
JT, come on. We love you.
More members. Come on, guys.
Here's a supposed tough question for Oshin.
Yes.
Who backed out of the deal? Nico said he didn't want 3 watches for the price, or Oshin didn't deliver the watches. First of all, Oshin and Nico never had a deal together. They never had a deal. The first time Oshin found out that Nico was involved, what Oshin says, is when he got a wire transfer out of the blue from Nico Leonard. The intermediary never told either party they were dealing with the other person. Kept everybody in the dark. So by that time, O'Sheen didn't have the watches. It was 10 weeks later. 10 weeks later. So nobody back. The deal was a fucked deal to begin with because it was a 10-week-old deal
was
negotiated by somebody else.
The deal was cactus fuck tie. Jeff, $28. Go to Act Channel and tell Bear to fuck off.
They can come here. This is a great forum where everybody can say their piece.
Look, I think we got 2 great shows here. Great, interesting thing that we got here. I gotta tell you guys, I'm a little bit drunk. I had a whole bottle of wine. I know why.
Why would we tell Bear to fight off? Bear is loved by everybody on this show, loved by us and the audience. We love Bear. And if he disagrees, he thinks that we should have gone harder on O'Sheen. That's totally fine. But what are the questions he wanted to ask? What did he want to ask?
Yeah, I didn't see Bear asking any hard-hitting questions that we didn't ask.
He said O'Sheen feels like he's somewhat of a celebrity, or he's a little bit eccentric or egomaniac or whatever. I think.
By the way, I put Bear on without even asking O'Sheen for permission. The only 2 people that I asked was Paul Thorpe and Nico. Okay. And you know what? If Nico super chatted at $250, I would have put him on.
Let's go back to when Bear came on. How do you feel that your time with O'Sheen went once you had let Bear on? Perhaps you want a day or two to review that. Perhaps you'll want a day or two.
Look, you know what? I thought I was worried at first. I thought, oh, maybe Bear is gonna go and ask some crazy stuff, but Bear was extremely reasonable.
He didn't. He asked some very normal questions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't.
There
wasn't any revelations.
I was shocked. Bear was not being Bear. Okay? He did not ask any heavy-hitting, mouth-punching questions. Whoa! JT. Thank you so fucking much for becoming a member. Guys, I need 5 more. Only 5 more members. Come on, guys. Join JT. Become members. Just click the link that I posted in the comments below. Come on. I will even let Cam back on if he becomes a member. Come on, guys. Just become members. I would really appreciate it. I need 5 more because I want to unlock the next emoji. This is my... I'm doing this for a living, unfortunately. YouTube, this whole thing that I'm doing now is as pathetic as it may sound, but it is my livelihood. So I depend on members like JT. It's only $4. It's less than PayPal, and you get way more entertainment. Okay? Please become members. That's all I'm asking you. I try my fucking best, okay? I fucking try my best.
You've only had 1 bottle of wine. That's not trying your best.
I only had whole bottle of wine.
I would have had 3 by now. So.
Yeah. Really? Holy shit. Well, look, it was a rough day. I'm in a hot seat. I'm just dying here.
Right. Well, I'm down here too, so I'm going to go to bed. So I'll talk
Red.
to you later.
Any final? Yes. By the way, Red, can you tell the viewers how Nico treated you? Just tell us again.
Well, it was the fact that he had said something in a public setting to at least 4 other people, right? Definitely 4 other people, maybe 5, right? And then when I
Whoa.
That's
he cut out?
That's yeah. It's frozen.
Well, it's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate that there. JT is a fucking legend, though, for becoming a member. It takes big balls to become a member. If you have big balls, become a member right now. DC in LV. New Paul, will Timmy ever see the $250 PayPal? I put a poll up right now, so you guys can go and vote. Please go vote in the poll. Hey, we got the man, the myth, the legend back. Sorry, you cut out there.
No, it's just the fact that he had.
It is.
Problems with your Wi-Fi. You might be watching too many shows. If you're watching
Too
RT
many porn
and
websites
you're
opened up
watching
in
too
the
many-
background.
No,
Standard
too many
mouse
porn.
for $5.
Maybe
Which
internet's
is
Stan
not
is a soft cop here with his comment here. Just
I'll restart.
yeah.
Not helpful to say what should have happened. Can't go back and change anything given the threats. Though I applaud Oshin for standing up to the
How
bullies.
dare you, Stan? When you owe somebody money, you pay the money regardless. No matter what, you pay the money back first. That's what some of our audience says.
Look, I gotta tell you. Listen, if it was, think about if you were Red Shovel, because Red Shovel went through what Oshin went through.
I wish I could be Red Shovel. He has 3 APs.
He went. Well, do you wish you went through the same abuse that Nico gave him? Because Nico gave quite the abuse to the Red Shovel. Okay, quite the abuse. He abused the fuck out of him.
Do you think
Okay?
Cameron's
He
calmed
sent him
down?
500 million messages blaming him for everything, and everything. Yeah. So, not everyone can say, "Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna pay so fast. I'm gonna wait."
He's a
I'm gonna
stubborn,
wait
he's a
and see what
stubborn
happens.
son of a bitch. He's admitted it. He's stubborn as fuck.
Yeah, but you know what? I want to hear Nico's side of the story. Nico is free to jump on. I'll reach out to Nico tomorrow. You want me to message him right now to Nico and Paul and ask them, "Hey, would you guys?"
I don't think Oshin said anything negative really about Paul. He didn't really say anything negative about Paul. I think if Nico wants to respond, that's great. Anybody's welcome. Anybody can jump on. You have an open door policy, Tim. It was just that when Oshin was on, he didn't want 50 people in the chat, because we saw what happened with Paul Thorpe on yesterday when you opened the door to people who, just go
Okay,
wild.
I just sent Nico. I just sent Nico the message. Okay.
He's welcome to jump on.
I think you already said his piece on IC3.
Well, look, I mean, I'm just saying.
That's a show with a very different, very different
Cam,
mindset.
I will only let you on if you super chat $20. Okay. Look, I'm gonna go for another maybe half hour.
Half an hour.
Maybe half hour max. Maybe, you know what? 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Let's do 15 more minutes. You guys can ask your heavy hitting questions. What can I do better in the future? How can I do this? Okay, if a guest comes on and he gives me the directions. Okay, I want to have control
Parameters.
of who can. Yeah, parameters. What the hell am I supposed to do? Say, excuse me, sir. I only allow guests who let everyone on. So what the hell happens then? Then they say, okay, then I won't come on. And what
Make
I do
a
then?
series out of it.
Yeah. What do you want, Cam? What do you want?
Why can't
He's not on. He's on somebody else's show.
Why can't you take criticism, Tim?
I can criticize. I can take criticism.
Like you
What's the
literally,
criticism?
you
Give it to
literally
me.
kicked me out because I was trying to reason a point.
You weren't trying to raise.
No, the point that you said that I disgraced myself. It was an opinion, and all opinions are welcome. But the reality is, you disgraced yourself yesterday, and you're trying to deflect.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's an opinion too. OC.
Mhm.
Like that you literally trumped.
What are the hard questions that you wanted to ask Oshin that we didn't ask?
That wasn't my job. That was supposed to be y'all's job.
Oh, here we go. I can't think of questions myself.
Oh, there we go. Right, that's the
Look,
heavy hitting
Tim,
question.
can I be honest and frank with you?
Yes, Archie, go ahead. Totally honest.
Today, from what I saw and what Beer had highlighted out both to you and OC, it's quite frank and it's really cost.
Bear was on the stream.
Look, I'm not
Bear
done.
had an opportunity to ask questions.
It's cost you subscribers. People have
What could I
people
have
that been
asked? I
very
mean,
loyal to
I
you.
can't know
Very
what
loyal
I could have asked.
supporters have unsubscribed to you today because of what
Well,
went down.
you know what? Look, what can I do? What can I do? What am I going to be held
Be
hostage
impartial,
by
Tim.
the few subscribers
Be
that
impartial. If
didn't
you're
like
impartial,
exactly the way the show went? What can I do?
if you're impartial,
Should I have
in what
kicked
you
off
do
Oshin
and
off
not be
and let
biased?
Nico and Paul? Nico and Paul are free to come on tomorrow. I'm just working within the parameters.
Why can't you just go on with Paul right now?
I'll send the link to Paul.
This is Tim's running a show right now, Cameron.
He's in Archie's time.
Tim has the prerogative to run his own show the way he wants to.
Okay, you tell Archie that. Was he?
I'm on this show and you're on this show right now.
What the hell can I do? If Oshin said he doesn't want to talk to these guys, what can I do? Tell me.
Look,
You're
Tim,
so smart.
Do you know what the top comment from yesterday's stream was?
Where's your? I don't see your channel. I don't see your channel with all these people coming on to argue on. Show me your channel where Nico and Oshin are willing to talk to each other.
You're here, and you're here to serve at the pleasure of Tim Wright, Cameron. You have an opportunity to ask any question you want.
And why didn't you let me on? I was in the background. Why didn't you let me on?
David H. $5 super chat. Here's $2 for Cam to go make his own show and see who shows up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Was that
where's the show where everyone who disagrees come onto the same platform?
We were literally on for 5 minutes, and Barrett was complaining that we weren't asking the tough enough questions. We hadn't even had a chance to ask a question yet.
You were smiling up in his face, OC. What was that? Actually, what is that? That's my question. What is that? Why were you smiling up in his face like how you did yesterday with Paul Thorpe?
I'm not allowed to smile?
You look
Where's
like
your camera? Why don't you turn on your camera right now, Cam?
Turn on your camera
right now.
With your fucking tank top, and let's take a look at you.
Yeah, turn on the camera. Even
What?
Jay has camera on. Why are you smiling?
Tank top?
Why are
let's
you
take a look at your
smiling,
fucking
Cam?
tank top.
Take that grin off your face right now.
I don't know why you're trying to deflect from.
You need to have you need to do some wet shaving segment, Cameron.
SE 20 euros. He told me once to fuck off. I will if you don't. Take care, Cam. You know what? Like, this is the thing, right? It's so. I'm calm. All right. I just had a all right.
It's okay. We're calm.
I'm a little bit loud. Okay. Look, I gotta tell you guys. You know, this is like everyone is a fucking critic, but it's really, you have to understand.
If any critic wants to come on, Tim, you're open to it. I'll drop the link right now. They can tell us exactly what we did wrong. 100%.
Wrong?
They can tell us. They can share all the great questions that they would have asked that we didn't ask.
Where are these amazing hard-hitting questions? Listen, if you have hard, heavy-hitting questions, look, I have email right below. It's hello@timwrite.com. Send your questions right now. I will compile them. This is free. These are free questions. You don't even have to super chat them. You have to email them, okay? You email them, I will ask them for free.
Boston Collector. Great interview with Oshin today. Helped to clarify. Everyone just blanket jumps to conclusions because someone said Oshin didn't pay. It's way more complicated. Thank you, Boston Collector. And we would love for you to become a member, by the way. Just visit on your desktop, click the member link. Seriously,
Yeah.
don't worry about the haters. You aren't here to attack guests. I mean, I think we did ask as many questions as we could ask. Oshin is gave very thoughtful and comprehensive answers that took time, and we allowed the guest to speak his mind. And you can judge his answers for yourselves. You can think that they were truthful or untruthful.
Yes.
Roar of the Tiger for Cam, who's in the back room. How are you in a position to criticize anyone in spite of the college money wasted? You have no interpersonal skills, which you need to socialize with humanity and network for business. Thank you.
Is that your
Roar
stepfather,
of the
Tim?
Tiger.
Is that
What?
your stepfather, Tim?
Super chat from Eddie's watch is $5. Why did Oshin buy Blondie a watch if he has money troubles? I don't think he bought Blondie anything. I don't. Did he?
Actually, yes, that was clarified. Blondie bought the AP herself,
Exactly,
but
so-
Oshin paid for the dinner and for the stay.
That's right.
So everything else, the boat, everything else was on Oshin. The rest was on Blondie. Lucky bastard. Lucky bastard. I might be coming to Philly this week. Why do we care what happens across the pond? There are a bunch of crybabies. Thorpe is the biggest. Part of the thing
Wow,
we're
that's
doing
not-
these shows is, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of for the ratings. We're trying to raise the subscribership to bring some relevance to this show. And but you know, these kind of shows only come once in a while.
Yep.
And I really appreciate Lucky Bastard. I really appreciate your support. Eddie's Watches has become YouTube member. Eddie's Watches, thank you so much.
How many? We need 4 more. You need 4
Yeah,
more,
we need like 4 more. 4 more. Maybe Lucky Bastard, please. Lucky Bastard, Tony, please. Oh, by the way, Tony, I got the Porsche. Tony sent me the Porsche, guys. He sent me the Porsche. Look at this.
Tim, you missed the super chat by Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Bring back Steve Jobs. Where's the Steve Jobs? Tony, thank you so much for becoming a member.
There's no super chat.
Tony, please consider becoming a member. It's only $4 per month, and you get a $5 super chat every month. Become a member. Click the link, because usually it's really tough. If you're on the iPhone, you cannot become a member unless you click the link in the chat. Wait, where's this? What was the?
There's no Steve Jobs. It's all good.
Yeah, there is. 8 minutes ago.
Oh.
8 minutes ago. Okay, let's go back. Steve Jobs. Tim, worried about sanctions levied at you.
Stupid.
Thank you, Steve Jobs. Thank you so much for $2. I really appreciate it. It's very cool. Bright blue, my love. I think at the very end, OC started asking tough, direct questions. Before that, it felt designed to make Oshin feel comfortable rather than get at the truth.
It's fair enough. We wanted to make it an environment where he felt comfortable sharing, and I think it worked.
Ooh, there you go. OC had a plan. OC had a master plan. It was a trap.
No, at the end of the day, he admitted he had money troubles.
He had money trouble. Okay, guys. Oshin is broke as a bloke. He's broke. He's more broke than me, probably. By the looks of it, dude, guys. I'm fucking flat out broke, and Oshin might be even more. Although he looks very, very good, he might be more broke than I ever thought.
Everybody was broke. The guy who made the deal with him, the guy who was tapped to pay him, and the guy getting paid. They were all cash poor.
Cash poor. They're cash starved. Cash starved, guys. They're broke as pocus, okay? Lord Fleck, Archie is discussing whether Tim should be sanctioned, like he has any type of authority. Hey, listen, you know what? Lord Fleck, please become a member. it's only $4 per month, and I can keep doing this shtick as long as I can. It really helps me. I need four more members. Come on, guys, please.
Who is Sticky?
Who?
Sticky.
Sticky? Never heard of it.
Sticky. He was in the backstage this evening.
Oh, that's Cam. Cam, you're still blocked.
Oh.
How am I blocked, Tim?
You have to apologize to SE right now.
Okay, I apologize, man.
Why do you apologize?
I'm sorry for telling you to fuck off, dude.
And are you gonna be respectful in the future?
Yes, I respect you, SE. I'm sorry. That was my.
Okay, I'll
my
bring
fault.
you back on the after show. There we go. Thank you, Cam.
Is Cam Sticky? Yes, you know what I mean by Sticky.
Yeah, he's kind of sticky. Yeah, it's tough.
Who's
New
Sticky?
member.
Look,
Boston Collector. Thank you so much, Boston Collector. Let's go. Do I have a song?
Three more.
for-
Three more.
Here we go. Let's play a song.
I'm coming in hot.
Thank you so much, Boston Collector. I really appreciate it. Guys, we're like 3 members away.
what do you think of that yellow gold AP with the green chrono dial?
No, I saw that piece in Miami. I held it in my hand. It was like it was basically like a sneakers resale store, and they had that watch. Like, what? Why? It was that piece. This is a Royal Oak John Mayer. Okay. How much to Ben Camp permanently? It's $1,000. $1,000. I'm sorry. It's like,
And that's
the guy
not
has
permanently. It's only for the rest of this year.
Tim, you got a question
for the rest
from
of the
Greg
year?
ABC.
800. Huh? This?
You got a question from Greg ABC about the membership.
Greg
Maybe.
ABC. Tell me what we get if we pay to subscribe. Paid for a super chat question to Ashin and it didn't get asked.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
I apologize that it got missed. But for a membership, basically you get a $5 super chat. Okay, so when you become a member, you get a $5 super chat every month. 2, you get your name becomes in green. It shows that you're a supporter of this channel. 3, you get special emojis that you can only access if you're a member. So there's all kinds of funny emojis that you could use if you're a member. At a $10 membership, you get access to exclusive WhatsApp group where you get my phone number. You can reach out for any emergency or whatsoever. So those are the benefits. At $10, that's the. And also, wait. At $5, at $4, you also get access to a lot of secret videos. I sometimes make secret videos, and you get the access to those. I try to make at least one per month, but actually, there's more. There's also certain live streams that are too sexy or too spicy for normal people, and only members get access to those. Roar of the Tiger, $2. Tim, Tuda vas viajar Argentina con Drew. Am I going to Argentina with Drew? Good question. Stay tuned and become a member to find out very soon. It's gonna get spicy. Become a member of you, Tim, or anyone else can answer. I'll become a member of you, Tim, or anyone. Yeah, become a member, man. I really appreciate it. Logan Hall, at 25 membership, you get access to Tim's OnlyFans. By the way, I made some sexy pictures with the roommate today. It's some sexy stuff. Okay, I don't want to share it. Yeah. The roommate got nasty in the past couple of days. Ever since she was unemployed, she's really horny. Okay, maybe the OnlyFans is coming soon, so you never know. You better be clothed in those secret videos.
Yeah.
Come on, become member. I got 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go, guys. Come on, look. Oh.
What is that? Is that an angry? What is that particular
Steven,
emoji?
it's $1,000 to ban Cam permanently. That's the price. That's usual price on these bans. Cam has done a lot for me. I have a lot of respect for him. There were days where I was like just completely thrown to the wolves. I'm completely alone, but Cam has come through and helped me out. So it's $1,000. She's not stressed out about work anymore. Nursing is hard. Yeah,
Hard.
exactly. She's so horny. Okay. Lord Flag Tim takes his shirt off and gets spanked. That's worth a couple of bucks a month. That's so good. So good. By the way,
Tim, I think
tomorrow,
you're a little too drunk.
you know who
maybe.
I'm meeting up with tomorrow? You're not gonna believe it.
Who?
Ronald. You remember Ronald?
Ronald? Yeah.
From early days. Yeah, he's in New York. Ronald
Really?
is in. Yeah, he is. OC, you're not gonna know who that is. That's fucking OG. This guy, he joined the live streams and he was like, if it wasn't for the live streams, I would have killed myself. Like literally, live streams saved his life because COVID has affected him so negatively. He was like, I can't take this anymore because he couldn't go outside. He was from Canada and now he's in New York. I'm gonna be meeting him. He's come. Actually, wait, OC, you want to meet this motherfucker?
When? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow
night?
Tomorrow. No. During the
Tomorrow
day.
during the day?
Yeah.
I have to check.
Check some stuff. Let me know.
Okay.
He's in the WhatsApp group. Just type in @Ronald. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not in the WhatsApp group. I don't like to participate in the drama of the WhatsApp group. Although I hear it's very, very exciting and spicy. But
OC
that's why I'm not in.
does not like drama, guys.
Nope.
If you don't, holy fuck, let's go!
What?
Lucky Bastard has become a member. Spicy
Bravo.
meatballs, guys. Spicy meatballs. Hit the upvote button. I will really, really appreciate it, guys. Lucky Bastard, thank you so much for the Porsche. Guys, I cannot do this show without your support. I would like to stay independent from
Unbiased.
the gray market dealers. Please hit the upvote button. Please leave a comment what you think about this whole disaster and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm going for the 10,000 subs. I will give away a Tudor Black Bay 58 Black Dial at 10K. So look out for that video and I'll see you on the after show. Let's go.